What's up, everybody? We back to Slip Encounter Podcast. We're here at the Kenichi Bed Studios. I'm your host, BINK.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got D. BINK.
Go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, bro. It's your boy BINK in the building. I'm back here with my man GOLDENBOY, man. Let's rock out, man. We got a great show for y'all today, man. A lot to talk about. Boxing has been booming since the new year came about, man. It's a whole lot of things going. But first, let me cover some current events here in the area, locally in the DMV. We got February 4th. We got a no excuse card at the Rosecroft Raceways here. Card is headlined by Rihanna Rios. You got Dwayne Sugar Wayne Holmes on the card. Derek Scooter Davis is making his pro debut. Deontay Washington is fighting on the card. Another exciting fighter. Rashid Wright and a few more names on there. Sorry if I missed anybody, but if you guys can make it, make sure you guys hit any of those fighters to get your tickets to check out that event.
And Hop's making his pro debut too.
Yeah.
Big Hop. What's up, baby?
It's a lot of pro debuts coming on and showing out this year. Early already too. February 11th, David the Body Snatcher Whitmire is making his pro debut.
Yeah.
Highly anticipated. Another one of Andrew Council's fighters. All his guys are sharp and they all look fantastic. All of them. So I'm expecting nothing less from this pro debut here. I can't wait for that. February 18th, Jetta Promotions, Live Casino and Hotel in Hanover. Another great card, headlined by our guy Greg Outlaw, the sharpshooter. Got Monzo the Punisher, Big Puncher, knockout artist. Got Brandon Brody Chambers fighting on the card. Joe Vizi, Jakeem Too Sharp Hutchinson fighting the guy for the third time. Trilogy fight. AJ Williams, Ahmad Jones, Vicious Victor Williams fighting on that card. And I got Francois Scarborough Jr. is fighting on that card as well. So again, if you guys want to get tickets, reach out to Jetta Promotions or any of the fighters on that card to get your tickets to these events, man. It's nothing like live boxing. If you've never been to a live boxing event, it's nothing like it, man. It's exciting. Bring your old lady out with you, the family, whatever. It's a great time, so check it out.
And you got two of the special venues. You got our version of the StubHub Center with Rosecroft.
Yeah. And
then you got Merlin Live at that new spot where it's only Jetta got ain't a bad seat, just in the top row. You got the microphone in the ring, every single boom, you hear everything, especially when Monzo fights.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna never forget that.
If you ain't never seen Monzo fight, boy, and the guy he fighting now, we talked to him at the Rosecroft. He's like a Russian guy.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Didn't
he fight?
He fought. I forget who he fought, but he won. I don't know if he stopped him or not. I think he stopped the guy.
Oh, he fought Dancer. He fought Dancer. Dancer with him and Dancer was going back and at it. Forth.
That's who Monzo's fighting. So that's gonna be a toe-for-toe, tit-for-tat fight. If he can stand up to the punishment and the power of Monzo, it should be a good fight. But
but what is he gonna sacrifice?
He gonna sacrifice a lot. Monzo punches through people. He don't punch at you. He punches through you. So if you have never seen Monzo fight, February 18th, that's a chance to go see something exciting. I'm telling you. We got some other news, man. We got Benavidez plans finalized. March 25th, Las Vegas. Man, I'm going. I ain't never been to Vegas. I think this is the perfect time to go experience Vegas. Benavidez plant. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Got to.
I'm with it.
How you feel about that fight being finalized?
So people don't know. Once again, me and Ben kind of knew this was coming, but we had to talk about this with Sean Porter, the great Sean Porter, and Mr. Ant up at the weigh-in. And we all kind of said the same thing with just some slight degree of basically, is he going to be able to hit hard enough to keep Benavidez off? We all know he's slick as ice water. We know that. But I say this all the time, especially the young fighters, especially with my style was, and it's so much, no matter who you are. Zab Judah gave me big props for saying it. It is way more difficult to go keep a guy off you, and the guy can punch and bring. If you got him under control, it's different. But keep a guy off you, and you throwing all these shots and turn them, it takes so much more. It's way easier to be dog tired and walk a dude down, because it's like doing road work almost. You just keep coming forward. Keep going forward. Then you just try to step your foot up, cut them off. When you're trying to get away, it's mentally draining, physically draining, because you flurrying and you flurry your shots. Boom, you're like, man, I just hit this dude with 4 or 5 clean shots, and you right back on. Because every time you do it, like, okay, you right back on, and he gonna have to give him a lot of double moves. He gonna have to give Benavidez a lot of double moves. Right. Like, okay, boom, boom, boom. Now he's gone back this way. Make Benavidez have to go. Oh, dang it. All right, now I gotta go back. Yeah, but when them shots land,
He gonna get hit by David.
He's going to
get
get hit.
David.
And the worst part is it's gonna be everywhere because he's not. The thing about Benavidez, when he throws punches, it's volume, but it's also he don't mind hitting you in your shoulders, your forearms. He don't mind hitting you. Okay, you tightening up. I just got to keep beating the bag. That's how he throws his punches. So no matter what, if I'm with Caleb, I'm like, man, we got to stab to the body early, very early, and we need to invest in a lot. Go behind this boy elbow. If you every chance you get, give him feint. See if he bite. Slide, see if you could get him to pull that hand up, slide, go to that liver. We need to invest in the body early, see if we can slow this guy down.
100%.
Because if we don't, you gonna see Caleb playing head get messed up, bro. Remember what Mr. Ant said about that? Yo, it's gonna be a long night.
I'm gonna say this. I feel like Caleb Plant, his power is underrated. I feel like he hit Anthony Durrell with some shit. It was a perfect shot, and can't take that away.
No.
But I feel like the power was there.
Oh, yeah.
He showed the power. What he did against Uzcategui, that's how you say his name, Uzcategui. Again, that's another durable guy, sturdy guy, walk you down guy. Put him down. So I mean, you know, he's a flashy guy. He's a slick guy, hard to catch with. But I think if he does decide to sit down and punch with you, he could be a problem. So
he got sneaky pop.
He got sneaky pop. So David's gonna have to respect him, but it's up to Caleb to make him respect him. Caleb will have to earn that. He has to earn that. So I'm excited for this fight. I cannot wait. I want to be in the building. It's gonna be electric. Can't wait.
But you got to give these two props though. I got to give props to Caleb because he could have said, okay, let me take another 4 or 5 fights
like everybody else do,
and just stay away a little longer. No, he's fighting the Mexican monster. He's fighting him right when he's basically you don't see too many weaknesses type of thing. I tip my hat to him. You know, I tip my hat to him. So you know. Because I say this all the time to people, y'all don't look at contracts. I've seen contracts before. I've seen what happens when guys lose. Like, I heard stories, and then I saw it for myself. When you could go one fight, you could go from being $1 million fighter, and then that should go down. Your pay grade could get cut in half. What was the one we always talked about? Teofimo's contract, when they literally put in the contract, when you lose, they put in the when you lose, your pay is going to be this now. Like, they will do that to you. They will do that to you. So for Caleb to do this, it's a big deal. You know, it's a
huge deal, man. This is so huge for boxing. This is what we need in the sport of boxing. We need more fights like this. Need it, man. We got this fight isn't inked in, but Stephen Fulton and Inoue talking about fighting Inoue in Japan. That's another huge fight, man. I feel like Inoue coming up, it's not gonna be easy going in there. And taking Scooter out of there. It's not gonna be easy going up and fighting this guy, Scooter. Tough fight, man. Tough fight. Anyway, special. I mean, we see the sharpness, we see the pop, we see the skill set, we see precision. Like nothing's wasted. And then you got Cool Boy, who's just everything. Cool Boy. He in there. He don't never seem like he's wavering. He catching and shooting. He rolling. You may catch him. He just. All right, I'm good. So cool and calm and collected in the ring. It's just I can't wait to see that contrast in style and how it plays out. I mean, Cool Boy's not a knockout artist, but he can box his ass off, and he definitely gonna have to box and not get time. But anyway, I think his size might pose a problem in that fight. I don't know if Inoue gonna be able to keep up with him.
Yeah, because he throws a lot of punches and bunches, but he can't afford to let Inoue back him into the corner like Figueroa kind of did.
Figueroa did,
yeah. He got to be able to take that shot. I mean, you're going to get hit sooner or later. And, you know, this type of guy, some of his shots go through the glove.
Devastating puncher.
Let's hope he wears winnings that night instead of Reyes. But I will say I get an edge to Scooter all the way around because I think his feet a little faster. That could be the deciding factor to try to keep up with Scooter.
Athleticism.
But at a certain point, are they going to rob Scooter certain rounds if he's moving a certain way and they take it from like, all right, we're going to keep this boy turning. I'm not going to sit in the pocket until 40 because sometimes Scooter will box and then sit in the pocket the last 45 seconds, last minute or the last 30 seconds or whatever. You know, so if he does that, that could be the telltale.
Right.
But man, this man getting hit. I don't care. Shout out hard work. He always said this. No matter how slick you are, no matter how sharp you are, this is still a puncher's sport. One shot can change that. Mike Weaver against Big John Tate. Beating the mess out of Mike Weaver all night. And get to the 15th round. They thinking about stopping it. It gets, let him go out. Let him finish this off. Like 10 seconds left on the clock. Short left uppercut. Left hook. Push John Tate out on his feet. Timber to the canvas. No matter what, it's still a puncher sport. So who is to say you can't take it from Inoue? Next thing you know, he just hit too hard. Right. It's just some guys that, man, I got better skill than this guy. This dude just hit too hard. And your body just can't take it. And if you do stay there long enough to take it, you may not be the same. Right. So it's like, okay, you're gonna have to keep Scooter from getting in his own head to bang with him. Like, don't stay there. Don't bang. You don't need to bang on you. We're gonna bank these rounds early. Then we're gonna start sitting in on certain stuff and pivoting in the pocket on them. Right. And I like to see how Inoue handles some of that inside stuff that Scooter be doing. Right. When you step in, throw his shoulder right under you, pushing you. I want to see how does Inoue. I never seen nobody really work on the inside with Inoue and see can he keep up.
Practice is hard as shit to get on the inside with.
Yeah, that too. that
how
shit
you supposed
too.
to get in there?
That shit too, because he hurt. Remember, I think I told you about Inoue, and you was like, nah, show me. And then I think you hit me like 2 days later. You said, yeah, man, well, this dude nice. And I sent you a clip of him when nobody knew over here knew who he was. He had on half white, the half rich on. He put the dude. He was fighting in an empty spot. And remember, he put the dude out cold. You was like, oh, I heard you do on the other side of the phone. Damn. Like, yeah, this dude get hit with winnings on. Right. Winnings on, bro.
He definitely showing out for Japan, putting up for his home nation. I'm gonna skip these two because I don't even want to talk about that right now.
Well, you saving it for later?
I'm just so tired of talking about these two guys. You already know what I'm talking about. I don't want to talk about it. Nah. Let's just skip.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, dear God.
I'm good on that. I don't know if this fight is official, but I did see a fight poster for it, and I'm excited for it. It's if we can get Isaac Dogboe and Robeisy Ramirez. Knocked out Abraham Nova. That's a tough fight for Isaac Dogboe. Tough fight, man. Ramirez is just different, man. He be having fun in there. He's so fluid. Having fun in there.
I gotta give it to Isaac Dogboe though, man. He done hit a wall, came back with it, went through the wall, but he showed certain issues the last fight late.
Right.
And against Jolette, right? I think it was Jolette
Gonzalez?
Yeah. And so you gotta, if he could just tweak that and know that may happen this fight and push through that like he did last fight, he should be fine. Right. He should be fine. You know, he should be able to use his experience, but you just with Dogboe, you wonder, all right, you don't want him to be in too many wars, and then he can't. One of those moments, like, man, I want to try to go, but my body ain't letting me, and then it's over with. Right. You know, because I still think he has a lot left in the tank, and I think he could beat this guy.
For sure, it's gonna be a great fight, tough fight. Robeisy is just different. Something about his style. And,
look at Big Roy.
So different. I ain't looking on him.
Shout out Big Roy.
I'm over here looking at BoxRec right now.
What up, cuz? What up, Prima? What up, little bit?
Oh, yeah, everybody in there. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for joining the show. Thank you guys for joining the chat. Man. Robeisy Ramirez. Tough guy. Style is if I could compare him to somebody. Let's go NFL. If I could compare him to somebody, he's like the Marshall Faulk of boxing.
All around, not much size. Look at him physically. He's not impressive physically. He don't look impressive, but he's fast enough to get in and out, and he's there and he's not. Yeah. When you think he's there, he's not, and when he's not there, he's touching you. Yeah. So he's dangerous. Like, you got to be really careful with this guy. I think I can't pick this fight yet. You know, I'm definitely rooting for Isaac, hometown guy, fighting out of Headbangers. I'm definitely going for Isaac in this fight, but definitely a tough fight, and it's one I would love to see. Ooh. Look at his face. It says it all, man. It's hard to pick these fights like this. I'd hate to put money on this fight because it's just, man, it's hard, man. It's hard. Now, I ain't get a chance. I wasn't here last week, but I heard y'all talking about Spence and Thurman, man. Oh, shit.
I'm so disappointed.
Oh, tell me more.
I'm so disappointed, man.
Tell me more.
Cause man, I be backing these guys, man. I be defending them to the tooth and nail. I be defending these guys like, no, he ain't running. Nah, like he want to fight. Why you going to 54 and fighting Thurman? Have either one of those guys fought at 54 before?
I don't think so.
Not in my memory.
I don't think so.
What are y'all doing going up to 54? So then you're gonna go up to 54 and fight Thurman. And the world wants you to fight Crawford. What, you gonna come back down and fight Crawford at 47? For what? And then guess who else is down there at 47? That's your mandatory. Why are you going to 54? Why are you going to 54, man? It's hard to keep defending these guys when these kind of moves is being made. And honestly, I know. Let me not put this all on Spence. I feel like some of this might have to do with Al Heyman too. They're trying to protect the bag.
Man, hey,
secure the bag, man.
When Silk said it, I was being a Bud fanboy. Even though you could go back 3 episodes prior to that and see me break down, said part of this is Bud's fault because he the one who re-signed that contract for another 2-3 years and let Bob Arum whisper sweet nothings into his ear. Mm-hmm. He did that. Now, he did, he was his own man and said, look, if you got a problem with what I'm not selling, then release me then. All right, you ain't release me, then shut up. And I commend him for saying that. But when I sat there and broke the whole thing down, Bink was sitting right here. I broke down the contract, broke down everything that went on. But you got certain pages that need that clickbait, and they going jock ride, dick pulling, so they can keep their likes up. They'll purposely go against the grain and say, and the worst part, they'll say that this man, both of them, one page will say Spence is scared, another page will say Bud is scared. And I'm like, neither one of them is scared of each other. They actually have checked on each other. Like, they have each other's number. They actually check on each other. Like, see, like, man, when things happen, they'll hit, yo, man, you good? All right, yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass. Right? Like, their relationship is, I think I said it last week, it's just like Joe Frazier and Ali, whatever. Nobody knew Frazier was doing that stuff for Ali. But he literally got in the car and just like how Bink imagine it's a suit and Butch is in the money. He put the money in his pocket, put the love in his pocket, and he said, I'm gonna help you get your license back. Then we're gonna make the biggest fight in boxing history, and I'm gonna kick your ass. Simple. Like it's more just a competitive thing with them two. I mean, I could get this guy. I know I could get this guy.
End of the day, it's a sport. It's supposed to be competitive. You're supposed to be buddy.
You heard what Jalil said. Jalil was in here when he said the exact same thing, man. Jalil kind of got that same mentality like Lamar Peterson. Like, why y'all thanking me for doing my job? Like, this is what I think. That's what I'm supposed to fight. They not really scared of each other. From what I was told, and I will repeat this for the last time, Bud called Earl. Earl called Al. Bud said, y'all can have whatever y'all want. I'll just take the net instead of gross. I think it was just 20 million. I think it was guaranteed 20 million, nothing else. So basically, he looked at the contract. All he requested, he took everything. He said, just all I want is, I just want to see the books. And Al Heyman has every right to do what he did and say, nah, man, this is my business. You can't look at the books. But Bud also had the right to say, yeah, I want to see the books, so you just can't say, hey, I'm supposed to get 20 million, but it's 20 million minus this, and this without any proof, and then I wind up getting 6 million or whatever the case may be. That's all it was. That's all it was. Simple as that. And then that's what ended it. That's it.
The biggest question, why 54 Keith Thurman? I ain't got a problem with Keith Thurman. Why Keith Thurman at 54?
Exactly.
Why Keith Thurman at 54?
I honestly, bro, I don't know.
That?
I have no idea. Maybe he don't want to kill himself. Maybe it's just, something to put aside. For the life of me, I do not know. Only thing I could think of, what is Keith Thurman ranked right now at 47? He has to still be ranked somewhere in the top
15. He might be ranked in the top 10 for real.
He got to
He's
be.
up there. Let me pull it up.
He got to be.
Let me pull it up.
So the only thing I could think of, honestly, that makes... I don't even know if this makes sense. I'm just shooting the shit. Maybe he just looked and said, you know what? Miss K, don't give me that look. I ain't do nothing yet. Like, maybe it's because, don't get mad at me because my tablet open. Like, maybe he just looked at it as, all right, whatever he's ranked, we'll just do it at this weight because that's the only thing I could think of. If he's not ranked in the top 15, maybe because of that layoff or whatever, that's the only thing I could think of.
He ranked number 1 in the WBC. Errol Spence is the champion. He's ranked number 3 in the WBA behind Jerron Anderson, Virgil Ortiz.
Okay, that shuts me up.
He's ranked number 5 in the IBF.
All right.
And he's ranked.
So, this is where Silk shuts the fuck up because my opinion is not on board for this one.
He's ranked number 2 in the WBO. Yep. This is at 147. So 150. What's going on at 154? What kind of? This is a business move. This ain't got nothing to do with boxing. This is a. I'm just being real with y'all, bro. Am I wrong, bro? Come on now. Let's just look at it.
What? I mean,
let's just look at it.
Keith, get your money, bro. Keith, get your money, man. I ain't even mad at you. You know, I've been real critical of this dude. Hey, one thing I've always said, I could not like you, but I will always want to see you get your paper. Right. Because I know what that 3 minutes can feel like. Mm-hmm. And I know what that 8 weeks can feel like. So you know what, Keith? Get your money, man.
And then let's not forget the history between these two, because when Keith had all the belts, had a couple of the belts, and Spence was coming up, he didn't want to give Spence the fight. He ain't have enough. He ain't have enough yet. He ain't did enough yet. He ain't proved him. He ain't proved himself enough yet.
He ain't proved nothing. He ain't fought no. He been in the same wars as me. You know.
So then Keith fuck around, lose the belts. Spence get the belts. Spence like, nah, I'm good. You ain't did enough yet. You ain't got no belts. I don't need to fight you. What I need to fight you for? So this fight does have some background to it that can make it interesting, regardless of being at 54.
If Earl chooses to say certain things.
Right. It's a lot of triggers in this fight that can make this very interesting. So in your opinion, regardless of all the background and everything else that's going on that has nothing to do with boxing, how do you feel about in the ring? How does this fight play out in your opinion?
It's all good till Keith get hit to that body.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's going to be all good. Mm-hmm. Shot for shot, skill for skill. Even though Spence is more sharper than him, you know, but it's all good until that body get hit. Mm-hmm. Once Keith get hit to that body, it's something different. Mm-hmm. And I already know, you know, with Earl, what if Keith lands a good shot? What if he lands a good shot? What if? Wait, because we all know he could crack. We all know that.
Yeah, one-time Thurman. Come on now. He ain't got the name for no reason.
Bruh, I could tell you
one time for no reason.
Stuff, bro. I could see that dude hit a dude with a hook off the jab and like just collapse. Mm-hmm. You know, so what if he was to land something and all of his, you know, that's, you know how sometimes, you know how Earl sometimes he gets hit with that one shot where it's like just freezes him and he follows up. That could happen. It could happen. It's the fight game. It's a punching sport. It could happen. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, skill for skill, they both got a good C pattern. I honestly though, I don't got to keep staying there too long in them, like in the pocket with him. Like he'll go there. I could see him going there, but his whole thing is I think he's gonna try to, like he did Mario Barrios for a few rounds where he just worked the C pattern, worked the O pattern, let him come forward.
That fight completely slipped my mind. Him and Mario Barrios. He was working against Mario. He looked good against Mario.
Yeah, he looked good.
He looked real good.
Yeah. And if he what if he does that and he just steal a few 30-second flurries and, you know, put some pop on it to where the judges go, oh, that's a good shot. Mm-hmm. You know, it won't hurt, or maybe it won't hurt, or maybe we'll just still pop, catch it and just keep walking. But what if? Mm-hmm. That'd be a telltale right there.
Yeah, what if? And then, like, say, for example, even if he does go up here, say he does lose to Thurman at 54, he still got the titles at 47. So he can still make the bag at 47. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe fighting Thurman at 47 too risky. He lose them damn belts. Now Spence and Bud is done for. Done. Fight him at 54. Keep your belts at 47. So if anything does fucking happen, anything crazy happens in that ring,
bro, you know I'm gonna ask. You know I'm gonna ask, right? I gotta ask, like, what the hell was this fight made at 54? I gotta find out. I gotta make some calls. I gotta figure it out.
Gotta find out.
I gotta figure this out. Like, help me understand. Why was this fight made at 54? I can't figure it out for the life of me.
That's my best guess is what I just said. That's my best guess.
I'm not understanding it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just stuck on stupid. But I cannot for the life of me figure out what was the reason? What was the reason, match? Like, why would you sit there and make this fight at 54? What and what I always tell you guys, them guys that be at 47 and 40 ain't stupid. They know when they too small for 54, so they make fights at 54 that ain't no Jerry Hurd 54. Right. Ain't no Tony Harrison 54. They make it with a dude who coming up from 40, started their career like you did at 47, or started their career like you did at 40, and they worked their way up to 54. He ain't stupid. He's not. He far from that. Nah, no, exactly. No. I commend them for fighting. This is another fight that was kind of overdue a little bit.
Way overdue.
Like, quiet as it's kept, is a little overdue, because just like Bing just said about 3 minutes ago, he said, hey, this fight was supposed to be made. Like, this is when Keith was coming up, everybody was saying, all right, you just fought Sean, you fought Danny, all right, fight Earl. Nah, he ain't got this, he ain't got that yet. Because I remember when Keith was coming up, remember he was going at Paulie, he was going at all of them guys. Then people were getting on him because once he got the belts, he kind of turned into that same business. Like, nah, man, for what? What do I need it for? Same thing that you was just saying. So it will be very interesting to see what this. I want to see the press conference. Is it going to be a boring press conference? You know, like they just going to say the typical answers, or is there going to be some trigger points here? Because there's plenty of them. That's what, man. Yeah, you didn't want to fight me now, but all of a sudden you calling me for the back. Oh, that's going to start a whole bunch of shit. That's going to start a whole bunch of stuff.
Indeed. We got a comment. Nia Jackson, January in DC was lit. Who will be the DC big fight? So, yeah, I've been thinking about that myself. Tank did the damn thing, man. Biggest box office at Capital One Arena ever. Sold it out. Did the damn thing. Who else has that kind of star power that could do what Tank did here? I'm gonna say nobody. I don't see nobody from here doing what Tank did. I know somebody probably gonna say Gary Russell, or I don't know who else right now that could do that. Right now in the game, I don't see nobody else doing what Tank did at Capital One. If we can maybe get some Philly guys come back down here. Guys from Philly, Danny, Boots, some New York guys, Bruce and them will come down here. Maybe, you know. But I would love to see more big fights in the DC area, because it was turned. We had a lot of star power in the area. It was crazy, man.
It was crazy. The weigh-in was crazy.
Yeah.
Whoever you thought just you could walk up to and touch, you could walk up to him and touch him.
Indeed. Everybody was here, bro.
Like, everybody, whether it was the boxing world or other worlds, like they were other businessmen, basketball players. Man, I did not, man. You people want to call me tall. I ain't fucking tall. That motherfucker Steven Jackson, dog, was, oh my God. Good, I'll look over, like, you could see this man from here up over top of people. It was like, I'm not tall. That dude is tall. What is he, like 6'8", 6'9", something like that? Something crazy like that. Shit, I ain't tall. But he was just walking up. What's up, man? Talk to you like no problem. You got to respect that. You gotta love that.
Right. Man, we gotta bring boxing like that back to the area. Everybody I've talked to from out of state or whatever, they be like, yo, DC, something about DC that makes boxing so beautiful. Like, y'all got so many fighters and so much skill and talent in DC. Everybody says that. Austin Trout done said that. Sean Porter done said that. A lot of guys come to DC just for that love. So it doesn't make sense why we don't have more big events like this at least 3 or 4 times a year. You know, Capital One Arena, big boxing. It's got to start happening, man. And I think it will. I think Tank just opened up the floodgates for some shit to start happening here in DC.
Yeah, you know, it's just, it's going to be interesting to see what comes up the future fights.
Right.
You know, so it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. But Tank made sure that whatever seats that was left empty that he could possibly not fill, if possible. You had Boots on there, you had Lamont on there, you had all Jalil on there, you had all of these guys that were, it's going to be taken care of. Everything taken care of. Every seat was filled.
And then beyond that, you had the mayor of DC, like ringside. You know, they like, what? This much money? We did this for the city? Oh, we bringing this back. We got to get this back. So, you know, the big wigs is like, yo, how can we bring this kind of revenue back to the city?
Yeah, and you saw how much some of the tickets were. Like the ringside ones, you paying for 4 figures for that. Sometimes 5. So, you know. So one of the tickets that wasn't even like front row. It was like 4 rows back. still over $1,000. Like, Jesus.
Wildin'.
Like,
I just looked at tickets for Navarrete versus Wilson. Ringside tickets is going for like $80.
Get the
I swear, bro. Ringside tickets is like $89, and then like the really ringside ones is like $160 something, $180.
Wow.
That's the difference in star power. You got Gervonta Davis, ringside tickets.
Two killers.
Right.
Two really good fighters. Right. But the difference is star power.
This is star power. Tank ringside going for a couple grand. Navarrete's ringside going. There's another exciting fighter, guy. If you ain't seen Navarrete fight, that guy's full speed ahead. Man, throws punches and bunches.
Oh man, I'm still thinking about that 54 shit, bro.
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about that all week.
All right, let's go ahead and answer this question because you got people in the chat dying for us to answer it. All right, saying about, all right, what do y'all think about Tim Ryan signing the contract? I don't give a shit if y'all really want to know. I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible. I don't give a shit. I'll believe the fight's gonna happen when I hear mouthpiece, Bucks. Once I hear that, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't even care that they in the arena. Until I see both in the ring and it goes round one, we are ready and say everybody seconds out. All right, cool. But until then,
I feel you, bro. I've been telling everybody was so hyped, but I'm getting my hotel room now. I'm about to book it. I said, hold on, save your money.
Save your money, bro.
Save your money. Don't do it yet. Because people going off what they saw Ryan and Oscar De La Hoya do. Holding that contract like this.
Bro. Not to get too deep into this.
Come on, bro. It ain't
Me and Bink had already had discussions of this months ago. Mm-hmm. That we had private conversations with certain people where this is supposed to be taken care of, this is supposed to be taken care of. He just got to do this, and then this is all basically is already done. Everything is already, written out but not signed yet. Mm-hmm. So it threw me off to see Oscar post, and did in one of the conversations with one of the people that we had, they thought Oscar gonna do some fuck shit. But in so many words, that was what was said. Oscar gonna do some dumb. Oscar gonna do something.
Right.
And because they already explained to us and broke it down to us how this is going to work, how this could work, and who has to do what. And you can't sit there and make something, and then all of a sudden you're going to, all right, well, I don't have no contract, so if it's not there on Monday by deadline, bro, everything is done. What are you talking about? Just ask for somebody to email the shit over and print it out and sign it. What is you talking about? Everything is done. You just heard Steven Espinoza say, well, when it comes to the layout of everything, of everyone having to agree with this and agree with that, being okay with this, okay with that, that part's already done. The layout of it is done. Just needs to be signed. Me and Ming didn't say shit. We already knew. Like, yeah, all right, that sounds about right. All right, so, because there was everything. Ring, gloves, location, money, split, rights, all that was done. All they needed, layout was done, so they ain't have to do. Am I lying, babe? Stop me when I'm bullshitting.
Man, you ain't lying, bro. Go ahead and finish, bro. Go ahead and finish your point.
So if you sit, I'm not understanding where Oscar came from with that. Like, why would you do that? And I'm over here defending, man, Oscar King. Shit, bro. Yeah, not like that. If it's already set up, man, why would you do that? Oh, no, he had to do something.
It was already done and set up. That's what's crazy. Like, it's already done and set up. What I said on my Instagram early in the week, I was like, don't put all your eggs in Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya's basket and believe anything you hear from these guys. Because in my opinion, it seemed like he was peacocking. He wanted to seem like the guy who got the deal done. He wanted to seem like he was the guy that's making things happen. He was a shot caller. This is my deadline. If it ain't signed by then, there's no fight. And he turned around, was it Tuesday or Wednesday, holding the contract?
Yep, Tuesday. It was Tuesday afternoon.
The deal is done. You said Monday, shot caller. So what is you doing? It's a bunch of pump faking. Everybody pump faking trying to be the guy, man. Sit down, bro.
Like, everything was already taken care of. And little dude, man, I'm not going to say it, but basically, man, hey, shout out a little bit. Like, this is my whole thing. I don't understand how these dudes go, how everything was done. And the crazy part was nothing had to be rushed. Nothing had to be rushed. I can say this part. The layout of it was already in talks and set up going into Tank's fight with Android. Yeah. Everything was already taken care of.
It's been that since last year.
Like, so everything that could be a problem was already taken care of. USA rights, overseas rights, split, ring, location, money split, all of that, gate, all of that was already set up. So why would you sit there and all of a sudden make something and say, yeah, if I don't get this contract, but it's my deadline, bro, people busy. Maybe he just ain't faxing over. Maybe he just ain't email it over yet.
Right.
Like, Lord, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't get it, dog. I don't understand it, bro.
I ain't falling for that bluff.
And I'm sorry. Ryan, you know, once again, it seems like when you say one thing about a fighter, you have to make sure you preference your comments by saying how much you like the fighter first, so they don't feel too upset, or people don't feel too upset. Jock riders don't feel too upset. Everybody know, like, I've already complimented Ryan multiple occasions, but I've always talked about certain skill flaws that he shouldn't have at a certain point. But overall, he has in the past shown us that these fights don't happen. Mm-hmm. How many times he done pulled out of possible big fights? Mm-hmm. And he's at a point in his career where he's made good money without stepping through the ropes. That could make you very comfortable. The boy can fight, but for some reason, my heart telling me, don't get it happy until you see both in the ring. And you hear, we are ready for round one, y'all. Ladies, are the most anticipated fight in the past 2-3, whatever the hell is going to be the thing. And then they go. Besides that, I ain't doing it. I can't do it.
I feel you. Shit, what happened? He was talking about the fight with Manny Pacquiao was going to be an exhibition. Wasn't going to be, you know.
I forgot about that.
Yes.
I was thinking about Pitbull.
Then it was JoJo Diaz pulled out of that fight because
I forgot about JoJo. Damn. I swear I'm thinking about the two situations with Pitbull.
Go way before that. Go back to Manny Pacquiao talking about, yeah, me and Manny Pacquiao about to fight. And everybody's like, you and who, Manny? What?
Oh yeah.
He gonna fight you for what?
I forgot about that.
And then why are you fighting in the exhibition and you still coming up in the ranks? You ain't proven yet. What you doing the exhibition for? Remember all that nonsense, bro?
Yo, I forgot. Honestly, the only thing I was thinking about was the Pitbull.
Yeah, and the Pitbull shit is crazy too. But that's why I don't want to get too hype on anything that's coming out of that camp, out of Golden Boy's camp.
Bro,
I can't until I see for sure.
Do you remember what Pitbull father said the second time? I think, or was it 3 times he did? I think it was at least 2. But he said this time, if he does it, we want a purse penalty. Mm-hmm. Or I think he said he wanted a purse penalty, like they get some type of money or whatever if he backs out again.
Right.
Like that's how bad it got. You know, I was like, okay, what the hell? I never heard that. I was like, dang, where did that come from? You know, so I'm sorry. I don't know, man. If it happens, yay, I'm happy for my boy. But besides that, when is the date? When is the pay-per-view? I swear, man, and people be thinking I'm crazy when I say that. You saw what happened with Mickey Bay and Tevin Farmer. Mm-hmm. They in each other's hotel room with each other outfits laid out. Like, man, we trying to just get this done so we can still make the fight. And what them Bama's do, get in the ring and say, this card is over. Everyone go home. Thank you for coming out. Like, that was it. Like, nah, man, you don't think that could happen in any fight? Man, with more on the line?
That's when Truck was supposed to fight.
That was the Truck situation.
Truck sitting there with his hands wrapped and everything, about to do the ring walk. Fight got canceled.
Yeah.
Because there's no moolah behind the fight. Come on now. Boxing is this week. I've heard. I've been reached out to certain fighters who have reached out to me about things that's going on behind the scenes in boxing, and it's boxing is way deeper than what y'all think. It's way more grimy and nitpicky than what y'all think, man. And that's why I posted my story. Like, man, there's so many fighters that's sitting on the shelves right now, not fighting, not active, and how?
Remember Speedy? Yeah, man, I had that talk with Speedy at the weigh-in.
How in the hell is all these dudes inactive and there's thousands upon thousands of fighters all across the world? And boxing is not a seasonal sport. It ain't like football. You got a season, or basketball. It's a basketball season. You can fight all year round. You telling me this guy can't find an opponent? He can't even find somebody to spar. It's certain people that keep people in the shadows that don't get them no shine.
You know what? I don't care. I'm gonna say it. I remember. I'm not even gonna say the promoter, but common sense will tell you who this promoter is. And I had loose dealings with it. I had friends that were with this promoter, but there were fighters that they say don't sign to that guy. It's gonna look good, but if you sign to him, it's gonna look good early, but you're gonna end up on the show. And 2 guys that I know it happened to. And the 3rd guy, he was right about to sign it and didn't. The 4th guy, he signed it and he went on and just breached his contract, went on and fought somewhere. Like he just went, and it's just, I've seen situations like that happen. Right. That's just how it be sometimes. It really do. It be like that. It's a lot. Why you think you got some of these fighters out here who become top sparring partners? And the biggest compliment they get is, you ain't no sparring partner, bro.
Right.
Like, you know,
that's all they do is spar. That's the most accomplishing thing they ever do in their career is spar.
Go to camps.
Go to camps and spar a bunch of world champions and been in a bunch of guys' camps, but you'll never ever see them in the ring. And it's crazy. A lot of these guys can bang and should be on Showtime, should be on Top Rank. I had a guy, like I said, reached out to me this week. Hey, yo, Bink, I'm trying to get into the ring, man. Like, can you reach out to this and this? I reached out to Raul Marquez, try to get some matchmakers to get this guy on the card because he's supposed to be fighting on a I ain't gonna say who. He's supposed to fight on a local card. And they told him because he couldn't guarantee to sell 50 tickets, he couldn't fight. And they wanted him to pay them X amount of dollars to be on the card.
Yep, I've heard them situations.
They wanted him to pay X amount of money to be on the card just to fight.
Man, yeah, I've heard many of them situations.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's, I mean, the shit makes me want to get into like a different side of boxing where it's like management or matchmaking, something where, you know, I can make a difference because it's a lot of guys. I see a lot of guys are sitting on the shelf. My guy up in New York, Venino Otero, sitting on the shelf, talented, 122, 126, guy can fight his ass off. Lost that controversial decision down in Florida. He should have won that fight. They robbed him in a terrible way. And he just been sitting on the shelf. Can't get a fight. Can barely find sparring. It's like, why? Thousands of fighters across this country. Hundreds of thousands across the world. And this guy can't get sparring. He can't get a fight. 50 states, man. Gyms all over the place. Come on, man. It's somebody out there that these guys can be active. Can be actively fighting. So I'm thinking about getting into a whole different avenue besides podcasting and Bink than, you know, try to help out with boxing. Because guys need fights.
I've told, you know, me, I'm always in the wings behind you. We're telling you, hey,
yeah,
this is a dirty game.
It's dirty, man.
It's a dirty game.
Dirty. The intent ain't there. The heart is a lot of heart ain't there. It's a lot of, you know.
Remember what I said when Mr. D was in here about Tank. If Tank wasn't with Floyd, I've seen him sell out as an amateur.
Right.
Like, so he would have sold tickets locally, but I can honestly, without Floyd, have seen him selling his ass off like locally, you know, filling the spots. So like he would be that guy that would be 17-0, 22-0 here at home, waiting on that big shot. But that is a huge local attraction who probably would have took the Jared Hurd route, just took that opportunity and broke and you know, kicked the door open type of thing. Right. Without it like that, like I could have seen that. Like it's so many guys that I have seen growing up, especially in my dad's era, all the way up to now, that they didn't get the right lineup. They didn't get the right fights. They didn't get the right management. They didn't get certain things. And he's like, oh, this dude is nice. God, I'm like, watch. It's so many guys, man. It's so why do you think you always hear fighters mention guys like James Baker, guys like it's so many top guys. It's always a favorite fighter's favorite fighter. Like, it's always, no matter what sport you go into, there's always going to be a guy that's, man, you know my favorite fighter? Man, this dude. Or you know what my favorite player was? Man, I never heard of that guy. Yeah, man, but dude was not. He had this one thing that was better than everybody. So whatever. And in boxing, it happens a whole lot where you go to any gym and be like, man, this guy ain't for, man, Monster Mark Johns. Man, was putting, Monster Mark Johns coming up. Shout out to Monster, man. Monster putting dudes to sleep. I mean, sleep. He got about 4-0. Matter of fact, at one point, he got to like 3-0. And he went a year and a half without fighting. Because Ross couldn't get him no opponents.
Right.
Couldn't get him no opponents. Trying his best to get him opponents. Couldn't do nothing. They got him to the main event fights. putting people out cold. And I never forget, he fought to do the Sphinx Club, and the trainer spoke English and Spanish. The fighter spoke Spanish. And I told the guy, yo, good fight. Thanks for, fighting my guy, brother, man. I appreciate it. He told me in Spanish, like, thank you, because I wasn't gonna let him kill my fighter. Because the dude kept getting up.
Right.
I mean, it was brutal. So I'm like, yo, why isn't he fighting? Then he got robbed. Then he got robbed again. I was like, yo, what the? And it's like they just put down, just like, okay, just trying to make him get old quick. That stuff happens.
That's the other part of it too. It's a lot of guys in a lot of these gyms that's what they say, risk versus reward. I know a lot of guys personally that are not getting fights simply because they can upset and ruin a lot of people's money.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of people's career. So they're on the shelf because their skill set is just simply too good for where they at in their career.
Look at Swift Hurt. That was how lucky. Because contrary to what people don't know, I actually know the real Swift Hurt. That is not how he used to fight. I've been in the ring with the dude. Like before he started just walking dudes down, he was walking you down, and this dude used to be slick, bruh. The thing that really got Jared on was that man was sold tickets and people traveled to watch him, and they did not think. They had Frank Alars already lined up to go do that. Like, oh yeah, after you beat this, is this your last tune-up? And because he beat Galaxy. After he knocked out Galaxy, it was like done deal. And it was like, all right, now you're gonna fight. Okay, you're gonna do this, and now you're gonna go. Okay, you're gonna move on. And they had big plans for Frank Alars. Mm-hmm. They just took Jared. Like, okay, could fight a little bit. Fans come out to see him too, and they willing to travel. Yeah, put him in it. Mm-hmm. Jared kicked in the door. Then, all right, he ain't gonna do it again. We're gonna put him in there with Molina. He did it again. Right. And he had no other choice but to take it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, imagine if he didn't show just enough flaw or whatever. They would have been, oh, hell no. They any big too? No, we ain't fighting him. Right. Like, it's a lot of blessings that got to line up in your way for a lot of these fights.
Well, then that shit gets in the matchmaking. So what is the matchmakers doing? So say I got a guy right here. He's 5-2. I got another guy that's like 10-1, but the 5-2 guy is a guy that's risk versus reward. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. What if you're the matchmaker, instead of matching off, I don't know what they do. I'm trying to learn more about it. Okay. Why don't you matching off the skill set? This guy's 5-2, this guy's 10-1, but the 5-2 skill set could, do damage here. Why not find somebody that matches up with him here instead of off the record?
I wouldn't put the 5-2 guy in there with him because basically you banking on a robbery. They're trying to go to decision. You gonna have to if your money is behind 10-1, right? You gonna have to set up that robbery.
So there's got to be somebody out there for that 5-2 risk versus reward guy. He can fight and it'll be an even fight, no matter what the record is. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Monster Mark Johnson 7-2. So you can't.
You ready?
Oh, we ready?
Guys.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. We'll come back to this.
Oh yes, sir.
I guess is in the building, man. Legendary Patrice BOOG Harris.
Yeah, the legend. Yeah. Great baby. Yeah.
Okay.
We got a question in the chat says, what time BOOG coming in? Right now.
Right now.
Coming in right now.
The legendary, ladies and gentlemen, when I say this, me going and watching this guy, the legendary Big BOOG is here, man. It's good to see you, baby. You look great, baby.
Man, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's a blessing having you in the studio. Thank you for coming through, showing love to the podcast, man. Yeah, man. So we want to get started, ask you a couple questions, man. Where are you from and what are your first memories of boxing?
From Washington, D.C., and my first memories of boxing is when I had my first fight, and the guy hit me so hard, man. It's like he had lipstick on his glove because we had the gloves with the, it was like you had this part was white, and you had this part, it was blue or red or whatever. So when the guy hit me, it was like he had blood like lipstick on his glove because he had bust my lip opening or whatever. Or, that's the memories I had. That's a boxing. That was my first fight, and I was tired as I don't know what.
Oh man!
Time, so
right,
yeah.
So after that, what made you want to keep fighting? What made you come back after that?
It was like I liked, I've been working. I had before I had my first fight, I was like 245 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I trained for like 3 or 4 months and got down to like 190 pounds.
Okay.
Had my first fight. And I liked it, man. Well, actually, I loved it. So, you know, and I was in it ever since. I was 16. I just turned 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you started loving boxing. What else about boxing? Like, is it the training?
Yeah, it's the training.
The family environment?
It's a lot, yeah. It's a whole lot about boxing, man. And like I said, it did a lot for me. So it changed my life. So.
Right. I've heard a lot about your skill set, man. Everybody I talked to said, man, BOOG was a bad boy back in his prime, man.
Yeah, I think I did a little something.
Yeah.
Could have been better, but you know, it's all good.
Who could you compare yourself to when you was in the game fighting?
Well, my favorite was Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. I kind of took their style and put it together. You know, I liked the way Evander put his combinations together. And, you know, I just like explosive Tyson. I, you know, rolled and turned the hook in and uppercuts and stuff like that. So I kind of, you know, I didn't want to fight just like Tyson. I like to be sharp too. You know, Tyson was sharp, but, you know, Evander had, you know, the good combinations, mixing up his body, head, running everything off. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Was anything other than boxing as a kid growing up? Or was it just boxing?
It was just boxing.
Okay.
It was just boxing. I was just pretty much ripping and running the streets. And, you know, when I got into the gym, you know, that was it. Yeah. You know, I look forward to going to the gym every day.
Were you at Headbangers back then when you were training?
Yeah, that's where it started. It was, it started up Lincoln. It was a school called Powell Lincoln. That was the name of the rec. It was a rec, but it was Lincoln Middle School. And a guy named Marshall Cunningham, he had, you know, I'm quite sure you familiar with him. He had a boxing program going on in there, you know, and we kind of go in there, play ping pong and stuff like that in the rec. When I seen Cunningham over there working with kids, you know, he's working with, you know, a lot of kids, and they didn't have a heavy bag or anything. He was holding a pad. And I went over there. I knew Cunningham, so I just went over to ask him, could I try to do it? You know, hit the pad or whatever. Thought I was doing something. I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
And I started going every day, and, you know, started teaching me how to do my jab and all that stuff. So, yeah, and that's when it started. I was in, I think, 89 or 90.
Wow.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's like almost, well, yeah, maybe 30 years ago.
Coming up. I just turned 30 last year. I was 92, so.
Yeah, it was in 90, 89, going to 90, something during that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute, man. I got to ask you, because everybody, you world famous on the mitts, man. World famous.
Yeah.
How did you get started with that, and what's keeping you going where everybody knows, oh, BOOG, that's the mitt guy?
Oh, I mean, when I first started coaching, which was my coach was Barry Hunter. He was another guy that was one of my coaches, and I should see him work the mitts. When he used to work with us, and like I said, you know, before Mayweather, Roger Mayweather, and all those guys, he the first person I ever seen hold mitts like, you know, pretty much like how you fight. You know, normally. Like if I work with other guys, they be high 1-2. They, you know, that's what it was back in the day. But I think Barry was like one of the first guys that had you throwing uppercuts, hooks, and rolling it like you fighting. You know, he's shooting and miss like he fights. So it's the first time I seen it. But so he worked with us for a while. So once I started coaching, and I started working with, like, you know, green kids and stuff like that. And I think working with Anthony Lamont really helped me. You know, getting used to it. And I mean, I was just working with a whole lot of people, and it just started coming, you know, like it wasn't nothing. And next thing you know, we you know, you had your Instagram and all that stuff started, and I think I started, you know, kind of getting famous with it. Started working with Adrian Bronner, you know, because he had came back and started working with us, and, you know, he wanted to throw all these fast combinations and stuff like that. So we took a basic combination and turned it into something crazy and add some more stuff to it. And next thing you know, that's what it, you know, I just started, you know, that's what we do. I mean, I don't do that. I really just do that for show. You ain't going to see me just working with a guy that's throwing 100 punches all the time. I mean, we still work on punchment, placement, and stuff like that in situations. But, you know, that was just something for show. And next thing you know, man, it just went crazy. And then, you know, now you see a lot of other guys just doing, a lot of people just doing this. I mean, it's a new trend, so it's all good.
Right.
I mean, people good with it, so I mean, it's all good. I mean, I'm happy to see the guys working, doing their thing. So I mean, because I look at other guys, I'll be like, damn, that's nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because I know people tell me that, but I look at other people and I see what they do online. I'm like, damn, they good. You know,
Right.
so it amazes me to watch them sometimes. I'm like, oh, he running it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So you got a guy coming to the gym brand new, and he's like, man, I want to work with Mr. BOOG, right?
Yeah.
How do you build him to that level where y'all are running them numbers? Where I mean, it's crazy how y'all do it.
Well, you gotta, start from the basics, man. Your jab, you gotta work on your jab. Once you get your jab down, you get your right hand, get your left hook down. I mean, this take time though. It ain't like you're gonna learn it in, it take months. You know what I'm saying? Once you get the basic 1, 2, 3 down, or 1, 2, 3, 4, then you start adding to it. You know what I'm saying? You already learned all your basic punches, which is your left uppercut, your right uppercut, left hook, right hook, straight right hand. Then you just take all those punches and mix it up with a little rolling and slipping and sliding. But I mean, it takes time. They don't get it just like that. I mean, some do, but it takes time. You ain't gonna just run no combinations like that. Just coming to the gym, learning. And that's not what they're in the gym to learn anyway. How to, once they start, fighting and learning how to fight, then sometimes you might let's just run this. Let's put this together. Let's put that together. And before you know it, it's, you know what I'm saying? Really ain't got to call nothing because they pretty much know what to throw.
Right.
Yeah.
So where do you place, out of everything that you guys do at Headbangers when you guys train? I've been up there and seen you guys train a couple times. Where do you place mitt work as far as importance in somebody's training regimen?
I mean, I think it's one of the things important in one of the things you do in training, your bag work, your spine. I think mitt play a good role because I mean it's muscle memory for one, because like I said, the stuff we work on, you're not gonna hit no guy with no 150 punches or whatever, running, but nevertheless, certain things you do, you're gonna think about it. You won't think about it when you fight because you'll just do it off instinct.
Exactly.
If you notice, if you watch a lot of guys, a lot of guys people might say, well, that's mid work, they showing off or whatever. You coming out of gym and spar, you'll see. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just mid work. These dudes I work with can fight for real. These guys ain't no just showing off on the miss. They can really fight. See, because we do that for real up the gym. We work for real. Like I said, we show when we do the combinations and stuff like that. But mid work is important though. It's good to have. A lot of people don't like it, but to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't knock nobody, way of training. Your way. I don't think nobody's way is the right way of training. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody train different.
Because you see guys that's world champions that don't do the right things in boxing, but they successful with what they doing. They not throwing their hooks right or whatever, but you still see guys win world titles and stuff like that. So I just think that I don't think nobody way is the right. I ain't gonna say he trained nobody wrong or nothing like that. You got your way of training.
Right.
You got his way of training. It's always something to learn in this boxing game. You know what I'm saying? Right. Always. So you can't say you the best and you know it all. Everybody just got their own ways of training.
Right. So it's safe to say, mitt work, there's intent. We see the flashiness, but there's always intent and purpose behind the mitt work. It's different for each fighter that comes to you. You specify differently for each fighter.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Yeah, especially like imagine if you just finished, you just did everything, now you just sparred. It's like you still got 16s on. Then you go, now he asks you to throw 25, 30 punches. You running it, pushing your stamina more. Pushing yourself. So it might be certain shots you warming up. And you say you might drop hard stuff, or you might call something hard. Then once you tired, he see you tired, like after you done sparred everything else, you might say, all right, now let's push your stamina more. All right, now I want boom, roll over, slide, step over, making you have to move your feet, making you have to slide over.
Right.
That's all it is. That's why you run those so many. That's why you see them running all the numbers, pushing them, push you.
Right. We got Scooter Davis in the chat. He said, "Tell him, BOOG, we fight for real."
Yeah, that's right. You know what? I just said that. I mean, we might be on it throwing the blah 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 blah, but we do fight for real. They ain't just for show. Like we do
you gotta
fight.
Be a fool to think that's for show.
Who are some of the guys that you really enjoy training? Like some of your favorite guys to train and run with?
It's a lot of them, man. It's a whole lot of them, man. Really, all of them. Like and I done work with a lot of them. Like what I'm saying, like Tank Davis, and it's a lot of them, man. Like I enjoy working with everybody. Like everybody you see me holding miss with, man, I'm having fun with them.
Yeah.
From, you know, the amateurs on up to the pros.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I really don't even have no favorite, man, because they all different. You know, everybody got their own. You know, I got my thing with everybody. So, yeah.
That's all I'm going to It's impressive, man. Like, how do you keep up? You done trained all these fighters, and you still hand speed. You right there with them, keeping up with the miss. How do you do it?
I don't know. I asked myself that, man, because I'm 50 years old, and I'm just like, I'm just moving with them, you know?
Right.
And, you know, when I was fighting, my hands was kind of quick back when I was fighting anyway. But, I mean, I surprise myself sometimes. I'm like, damn, how could I keep up with these guys? And I'm 50 now, so.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's a blessing, you know, and it keep me young, keep me in a little shape, you know what I'm saying? So. It's a blessing to me as well. So I'm gonna keep doing it till I can't do it no more. You can see the damage. So
Right. That's impressive, man. That's impressive.
I gotta ask you, because I remember, what was one of your biggest memories fighting coming up? Because I remember the team you was with. Y'all was the legendary starting five with a bitch when y'all was coming up. Y'all had Baker, Sean.
Yeah, that was a squad, man. We went to the regions that year and cleaned up, man. We went, and then we all went to the nationals, and man, we had a vicious team that year. Like, I mean, each weight class, you know, everybody was doing their thing. So, but I mean, that was fun though. That was 95, 96. Yeah, them was fun years, man. And the Hillcrest days, man. You know, Miss Hillcrest, that was like
the old
they had the Wolves
too.
there. They had some of the best fights ever in Hillcrest. So, yeah, I miss them days. But you know, like I said, now you still got some good fighters. Next generation of fighters, you know, it's coming up. So all these guys, I look at these, you know, I look at the guys over No Excuse, Jamal Harvey, all these guys, man. I see that's the future. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
them guys coming. So. Yeah.
Who are some guys in your opinion from the area to keep an eye out for?
Guys you can see holding that Davis, strap. Quincy Williams. You got Ben, Lil Jordan. That's a lot of them, man. There's a lot of them. You know, you already know Jamal Harvey. I mean, when I'm at the Nationals, man, I'll be looking at the kids from DC. I'm like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like. I ain't never see that many kids from one area.
Yeah.
That can fight like that. It's crazy. Like, I mean, I see, and it's, you know, you got kids like that, places like Philly and Ohio. And stuff like that. But I be looking, I'm like, but it always been like that with DC. Like, we always had good fighters, you know? Like, I'm happy to say we got a boxing city, man, that all the kids can fight. You need small kids, you know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, but it's a lot of them to watch out for, man. I mean, they a lot of kids got a bright future, man. That's coming in boxing.
Yeah,
just don't get caught up on anything. You see a lot of world champions coming out of DC around our area, the whole DMV area. You know, so. Yeah.
We were just talking about Tank came in and sold out the Capital One Arena, and somebody asked in the chat, what's the next big fight that could happen here? In your opinion, who do you think could come here and do the same thing Tank did?
I don't know. Tank like a superstar. I don't know who can do it like Tank, man. That's, you know, you ain't see that. I think the last person who did something like that was Mike Tyson. Came to the city and sold out like that. I mean, with all these young cats coming out, I think they can pull it off once they turn professional. And Tank probably be on his way out the door. I think somebody gonna break out and I don't know which one it would, you know, well, it might be a few of them. I mean, we might have mega cars here. You know, all them guys pro fight on the same car like you had Sean Bay and all them guys. Keith Holmes. Yeah, you had all the dudes fought on the same. Yeah, they fought on the same car, man. Them was some nice cars, man. I mean, I remember going to them fights.
At US Air Arena, right?
Yeah. So, so we can pretty much get it back like that again once the new generation come in. So. But Tank just right now, he just different. So, I mean, he wanted it, he grind for it, and that's what he wanted. So, I mean,
What's some of your earliest memories of Tank? You know, back when he was a kid, before he was even called himself Tank, he was still Rambo.
I mean, I remember Tank well because he fought like all the kids in our gym. You know what I'm saying? Like he fought Quick, Daryl, my son Pat. He fought everybody in our gym. Then he started coming down training with us. You know what I'm saying? So he all Tank man. Tank he for real. He's from DC. He's from Baltimore, but
he know these roads just like he know the Baltimore roads.
He stayed in the city, so yeah.
And your son Pat, man, great, talented, man. When are we going to see more Pat, man?
I don't know, man. I'm still waiting. It's just like whenever he's supposed to fight, something always come up. Yeah. Like it's all. I just told him, man, stay focused, keep grinding, man. Your time coming. It's just, right now it's just, your time gonna be your time. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. It can't be. Everybody can't do what Tank do. Tank time is Tank time, and that's like any other fighter. So I just told Pat, when your time comes, just take advantage of it, man, and it's coming. I said, you're going to definitely get an opportunity. So when it comes, just jump on it,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Be ready for it.
Yeah.
I've been waiting to see Pat fight, man, for a long. I think he fought once last year.
He fought once. Yeah, he fought this year. Yeah, he did. Last year, because I forgot it's a new year. Yeah, he fought in Atlanta. And then he's supposed to fight again, but I think something came up and something came. Then he's supposed to fight on Tank card. You know what I'm saying? I was looking forward to that. Something came up with that, so I know it's frustrating for him though. But I just tell him stay focused, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. I know it's hard. It's hard, but like right now, you just got, like I said, you just got to keep grinding till your time comes. Like it's a guy that I seen that I see his name. I don't know if you guys familiar. I think it's Oceanique Foster.
Oh yeah.
So I seen him like back in the days, and I thought he should have been for a title out because that kid can really fight.
Yeah.
But I just seen that he's fighting Ray Vargas for the WBC, so that's good. It's time, and he been around for a minute, so. Right. When you get your time, you just gotta, hopefully he jump on it and win the title or whatever. But I just think you always gonna get an opportunity. You just gotta take advantage of it. Once you get it, just stay on your grind. That's the main. It's hard though, but you just gotta keep on grinding, man. It'll work out for you. Trust me.
What about Pat's fighting style is special to you?
Well, Pat is one of the guys that I work with on the mitts. And whatever you see me working with on the mitts with him, he do it. Or on the paddles with Bird, whatever he do, if you see him work, he'll run it just like he run it on mitts or whatever. He run his combinations the same way, and that's what tripped me out with him. I'm like, I ain't never see nobody actually hit nobody.
Execute it exactly. Yeah, like and that's difficult.
He does that. He does it a lot. So. I look, that's what I say was special about him. But all in all, Pat got good skills. He been doing it since he was 9.
Yeah.
28 now, so I mean, he can do it with his eyes closed. Right. Mostly all them Tank the same. All them guys been doing it since they were kids, so it's easy to them for real fast skills. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. And then you just got some people who just like Tank. That's just mean. That want it. Always been that way. You know what I'm saying? It was one time you knew he was gonna be special because he wanted all that. He wanted to shine. He wanted not just to be a world champion or be good. He just wanted the attention. He wanted all that because he used to be with Adrian Bronner.
Yeah.
And we was out Vegas with him. And the rapper Rick Ross was in the back with us. And Tank was just looking at all that. And I actually shedded a tear, crying. And Joker, I think Brian was like, man, what's wrong with you? He was just like, man, I want all this. I want it all. And he got it and more now. So he put the work in, man. He wanted it. That's what I'm saying.
And we had front row seats watching this for years this.
Yeah, so, it's how bad you want it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of cats with good skills that can fight, they can do it, but sometimes it be how bad you want it. You know what I'm saying? And Tank wanted it. Everything, I mean, people can say what they want. Whoever they put Tank in front of, he got him out of there.
Oh, yeah.
He took care of business. And to the point where ain't nobody give him nothing. A lot of people keep talking about he fighting easy opponents. His opponent's not easy. You know what I'm saying? You let them guys go fight somebody else and see how easy would it be for them, like an Isaac Cruz or any of these other guys.
Look at the Mario Barrio fight. Mario would have won against anybody else that night.
Yeah.
He was beautiful that night.
Yeah. Tank just special. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's special and he won it. You know, he put the grind in forward. You know, he could, you know, Tank can get crazy sometimes, but you know, nevertheless, man, he gonna put work in. He you know, he's definitely gonna be a great in his boxing. I see him in the Boxing Hall of Fame and just being one of the greats. You know, and I'm happy to be, you know, that I work with him, you know, that we know him, you know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Do you still see that same hunger that you saw in that little boy? You still see him today when you run in the tank? He's still hungry, the same?
I think when it's fight time, you know, like, but if you just see him, he just Tank like a, you know, Tank on his superstar stuff, man. He just, you know, and he can't help it, you know, because he made it, you know, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, like people that's famous, they be mad because they can't go to grocery stores and do the stuff they normally do, but you did that because you entertaining people, you putting people to sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? People love watching you fight. They love you, a celebrity, they love you. So you can't really go nowhere without someone. You gotta have bodyguards and all that type of stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, people, you made that for yourself. It's a different life now. Right. Like, you know, like that's like the president. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
Yeah, it's different. So yeah, but that's what he wanted. So you got it. So he worked for it.
I gotta ask you. Tank and Ryan, what's your prediction on the fight?
Man, Tank all the way. You already know who I got.
All right, I gotta ask you, I gotta ask you. This is how I broke it down, and I gotta see what you think.
Okay.
I got Tank beating him. This is my issue. This is why I see him beating him. Because Ryan's good. He's quick. He has a gifted left hook, but he still lifts his head up.
Yeah.
He still closes his eyes sometimes.
Yeah.
And I could see Coach Cal, Kenny said, man, what we gotta worry about? None. All right, cool. Start walking this boy, slide in between this, and he's gonna start breaking them up from the bottom up, and then it's gonna be over with.
And see, people don't realize Tank can take a punch. This man, he don't have, you know, they talking about how hard Ryan hit or whatever. Man, Tank been hit hard before. Tank done been sparring light heavyweights and stuff like that. Tank got a chin. He's special, man. I'm telling you, he's special. So I mean, I did, like I said, I'm gonna see how special Ryan is. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he could take what Tank give. Tank can take what he give, but he can't take what Tank give. I'm telling you. I tell everybody that.
And people don't understand. The people think when me and you talk about Tank or anybody talk about that's from here, they think, oh, well, y'all grew up in the amateurs with him. Y'all just, no, we've seen. He just can punch. No, the boy got a C pattern. He knows how to box. That's right. He know how to slide and everything.
He got a high boxing IQ as well. He can box. If he got a box, he gonna box you. He's just a special guy. He just one of them fighters that, you know, that you see come around every once in a, you know, like a Mayweather during his time when he was doing this thing. So, I mean, you're going to have fighters like that. We're going to have more fighters like that coming up. Just don't know who it's going to be or, you know, how they're going to do, but you're going to always have some great fighters coming along. So, yeah.
So, in your opinion, what's the biggest fight for Tank if it ain't Ryan?
Maybe Devin.
I was about to say the same thing.
Maybe Devin, Good fight. Good. Yeah, it's a big fight for him.
Especially for casual fans. I think more casual fans are going to turn to that, too. You got casuals that will turn to that, too. Shakur as well.
Yeah, Shakur,
you know.
Yeah, I forgot all about him. Yeah, Shakur, I just, you know, like with those fights, it'll be pretty much like a chess match. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to, it'll be a chess match. It ain't going to be no war or anything like that. You know? I mean, that's what them guys do though. Like especially Shakur, he's a special guy too. You know, like I seen him in camp when he was an amateur, and he's special. You know what I'm saying? He's a great defensive fighter. You know, good offensive fighter. He got it all too. You know, and he don't take any punishment at all. I don't even think I ever seen him get hit in the face. Really? No, I mean. Maybe once or twice.
I've seen him get hit once. I think it was Nakathia caught him once.
Oh, okay. It's the awkward guy.
Yeah, the awkward guy.
Okay, yeah.
That's the one time I ever seen him get hit clean. And after that, I ain't seen him get touched since. That's what, a year and a half ago. I ain't seen him get touched since. Yeah, man.
I gotta say, because I always put this out. So now let's go back to the mids. Whenever I see a post and it's you with Michael B. Jordan, all them guys. You know, when he's walking out the entranceway in the red tracksuit.
Yeah.
I always say, y'all honestly don't know who that. Y'all think him as the nigga. I actually seen you fight multiple times when I was a kid. So, but I always say that, you know, like that's a real fighter walking with Michael B. Jordan right behind him. You know, how did that even come about? You know, that was a big opportunity. I was glad that you got that.
It was yeah, it was crazy, man. Like my son, I think his girlfriend told him that Michael B. Jordan was following me. And I was like, he following me. So I said, damn, he is following. So I followed him back. And it's crazy because like, me and my wife went to see Creed, the first Creed together. And I seen the guy holding mitts with him, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, they should have called me for this. I was just joking though. I'm like, man, I could have did that or whatever. Just wishing I was like, damn, that would have been nice or whatever. But anyway, later on, maybe a few years later, my son, I think he said his girl said Michael B. Jordan was following me. So I looked on my gosh, damn, he is following me. Damn, so I followed him back. So maybe a couple weeks after that, somebody kept hitting me on my request, you know, your request DM. And I look, I was like, man, they was like, we doing a project in Philly. We need your help. So I kind of like, oh man. It's the same thing. But the same person kept pressing. I mean, maybe for the next week or so. So I was like, damn. I said, it might be for some money. Let me see what's good with it. I went on and answered it or whatever. And so the guy asked me if I can send my phone number to him. So I was like, I said, yeah, I sent my number. So enough, I got a call from him. I think his name was Bernie. He was one of the producers. He was cool though, super cool. And he was asking me, was I familiar with Michael B. Jordan? I said, yeah, you know, Black Panther and all the rest of the stuff or whatever. And he said, Mike wanted to know, would you be interested in coming up and work with him? You know, do the working with him on the boxing stuff. I was like, man, this shit got to be a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure enough, they emailed me. He said you can get a lot of calls from people like. So just, you know, look out, some crazy numbers might be calling you. So I got a few calls or whatever. And so I talked to a few people and sure enough, they send me my travel, send me, you know, email and all that stuff. And I seen the letterhead, Creed 2. I'm like, damn, this shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, excuse my language.
You're right.
I was like, it's for real. And so I went up and met him. You know, he was cool. So it's like we already knew each other because he said, he been watching me and stuff like that. He was like, man, love what you do, man, and this, that, and the third. And we started working. From there, you know, we started working. I worked with him for maybe 2 or 3 months. And I guess they was about to start filming. So he was just like, man, you know, one day he told me, he said, man, you know you can be in the movie. I was like, nah, I can't do no acting, man. And he was like, nah. He said, just do what you do with the mitts. That's all, man. He said, you good. So they had the lady from wardrobe come over and measure me, take my measurement. I was like, damn, I'm about to be in a movie. Then got a few calls from you know, a couple people about, you know, how things gonna go and all that. And boom, that was it, man. I was up in there. I was like, damn.
That's incredible.
It was cool. You know, it's a lot of work. It's a whole lot of work. Like, it's a lot. We was doing 15-hour days and stuff like that. But I didn't work as much as I worked in this new one. So, during the pandemic or whatever, you know, we was on quarantine. So he hit me and he was just like, you know, how you doing, my guy? And then, you know, stuff like, I'm good. He was like, you know, I'm doing Creed 3. He said, I'm directing it. So this project special to me, man. I need you. And this, I was like, yeah, I'm down. So, yeah. So I was just, you know, I guess I was just waiting for a call back. And I think the end of going into 2022, I think I got a call. And I, you know, went to Atlanta and started working with him. And so we started working in Atlanta. Then we start filming in Atlanta. I worked with him a little bit. Me and everybody know with the Mick Queen. She gonna be in it as well. You know what I'm saying? So me and her was working with him, and he was up. You know, it was a couple people up there working too. I think Ann, she worked good with what's the other guy? I think she pretty much showed him how to do the boxing thing. Jonathan Majors.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know they was all up there working, so they started filming. We filmed in Atlanta a little bit, and then from there we went to Cali, and I think we finished. We finished in like September of 20 last year. So just waiting for it to come out. I thought it was gonna come out in November, but I think they pushed it back because Black Panther came out or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Is your role bigger in the new one? You have more?
No, it's just I think I got a little, I got a little bit more push in it and a little bit more parts in the new one, but it's definitely gonna be good though, man. Like, and I had fun working up there. Like, but like I said, it was a lot. I worked a whole lot. It was a lot than the second one.
I got you.
We worked. I worked on that one. I think we worked from, like January all the way up to like September.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So it was on and off because I was coming back home. So
yeah.
It was cool though.
I've always wondered about that. Man. I've always wondered about like a movie set. So did you get a chance to like see the script or anything? Like So how many takes are they doing to get a scene down? Like how long is each scene?
Whole lot. Like I said, we was working 15 hours a day, like on throughout the whole day. So if you doing one scene, like let me just give you a prime example. So like when we do a scene, like walking from the dress room to the ring, that's like, man, that's hours because you gotta, once you get down there, go back, go back.
Just that little part is over and over and over.
Yeah, bro.
So we was on set betting like, we was saying how many takes, it's gonna take to do the part. So, people betting, no, it's gonna take 5. It's gonna take this, it's gonna take that. So, but it's a lot of work though, man.
And you gotta do it over. Yeah. It ain't gotta be the same way. You gotta keep bringing that same intensity over and over.
Yeah. A lot of work, man. Like, that's actors, man. They they make it look easy when you watching on movies and TV. They be working. It's a lot of work with them, man. They do a lot of work, man. A lot of people ain't gonna have the patience to do that. So it ain't. And then they really be into their character, like like really in it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I was gonna ask you about Michael B. Jordan. Like, did you see him transition from Michael B. Jordan to his character? Like, how did he transition?
I seen that in 2 because they did a press conference, him and the Drago guy, and so. They was telling me, they say, all right, BOOG, because I think if you watch Drago, the Drago, he said something to him, like something about his father. And remember, he got mad, Mike got mad, like, who, and the son pushed Mike. And so when he pushed him, he fell back on me. So I was supposed to grab him. And he like, man, try and get to him, so I guess on one of the takes, when this was like the first take, the guy pushed him, so I grabbed him. I ain't grabbed him tight because I'm just like,
it's a movie scene.
Yeah. So he bust out my arms. I almost fell. I said, damn, because he really got in the character. Like he was really upset. Like something really happened. Like he was really getting into a fight. Yeah. So I said, damn, I gotta be ready next time. So I had to put the big lock on him next time. Like, and he really trying, get out of my arms. I'm holding like. Man, this joke was strong too. They really get in the character, man. Like, that's incredible. So he, and then they turn it off. They back to their normal self, cool. Right. Yeah. So it's work with that.
That's incredible, man. Man, big ups to you, man. I know that's probably a highlight of your life right there.
Yeah, it is, man. It's a blessing. It's just to come up and something you grew up watching, Rocky. You know what I'm saying, and it's like, it's like one is a part of Rocky. So, for them to call you to coming in and, that's a blessing, man. That's why I just be telling, a lot of people just watch what you post on your internet and stuff like that, or on your Instagram or Facebook, because you just never know who's watching.
You never know.
I never know. I never knew that, these guys watch me and some of them inbox me, tell me, how good I am, what do they like watching it and stuff like that. I'm like, man, that's cool, So, that's why I don't post nothing crazy on the internet. It's kind of, promote yourself, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to put nobody getting knocked out or somebody getting hurt, somebody shot. It's just crazy stuff, because they, people watching.
People are watching all the time.
And I was just, saying to myself that Mike, one day we was talking, and a lot of guys had to audition for their roles and stuff like that. And and people was asking me, what did you audition at or whatever? Mike was like, nah, he ain't audition. He said, I had to get him.
Needed him.
Yeah, he said, I got him. I picked him myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, damn, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? For him to even say that. And I mean, because there's a lot of great trainers out here that's really good with what they do. Mid work and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, out of all those people, and I'm quite sure they looked at a lot of people, and just to say, nah, I want him. I was like, that was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Super cool, man.
Yeah,
and what's even more cool is you was just on your couch like, man, they should have called me, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was just watching. No, I was actually in the movie watching it.
Oh, you was in the theater?
Yeah, we did the first one. When it first came out, it was years back.
Yeah.
And once I see him working the miss, because I know that's what I do, I'm like, and I seen it in the movie because I really never seen nobody hit miss like that in a movie anyway. Like in a regular boxing movie. Creed was like the first movie that, the old guy was holding the miss with him. I was like, that was cool. The first time I seen somebody hit miss like that in a movie. That's why I was just like, damn, they should have called me. I was just joking, you know what I'm saying? But that's crazy.
Spoke it right into existence.
Yeah, for Creed too. So that was cool. And then to get a call back for 3, man, I was like, man, that's what's up.
That's inspiring, man.
Yeah,
that's really inspiring.
Yep.
Do you think Michael B can really fight, or that he's just doing that for the movie? Or could he really compete if he wanted to?
I mean, if he wanted to, because because the thing with him is he picks it up. I mean, I'm quite sure if he got serious with it and somebody worked with him and he spawned and stuff like that, I think he'd be good with it, But he just, like I said, that's his acting is his thing, man. That's what he do. Yeah. He's been doing it since he was a kid. So he know stuff he got to do, like he got to get in shape for it and all that, running and all that type of stuff. So he definitely get in shape for it, though. Right. He's doing these movies.
Did he do any sparring for the movie?
Series for that.
Oh, well, he didn't do any sparring. He just, they do their thing, the choreographic, whatever they call it.
Oh, because the fight scenes are like every punch is scripted.
Yeah. So they got guys up there, like stunt guys, man. They make that stuff look so real, man. You know what I'm saying? They just they know how to I don't know, they just know how to turn when you throw something. They make it look real. It just look like they can do that though, man. I guess that's that's they feel, that's what they do in they field. So but it was crazy sitting there watching it. So,
yeah, that's incredible.
Credit to Michael B. Jordan too, because when Sly, because you remember when Sly used to do Rocky, he really made sure he got in shape. He sparred and stuff like that. Michael B. Jordan was like move around. He will spar. I've seen like clips of him moving around. But like for him to take it serious and do the 8 week camps and train to get his body ready, cause he could easily just, all right, I'm gonna get my body in shape right and call it a day. But for him to actually, because Gabe Rosado said that, he's like, yeah, man, he actually was trying to work out and get this stuff right. That's good. I tip my hat to him for
real,
that.
yeah.
Right. Do people? I know people know you already, anyways. But do people recognize you from the movie? Like anywhere you go out and they say, "Oh, you the guy from Creed."
Some. I get that sometimes, but mostly from the Instagram. Instagram, yeah. That's the guy, So I get it a lot. Yeah, it's all good.
We got some hot topics in boxing right now. We were talking earlier. We were talking about Inoue and Scooter.
Ooh, wow, Scooter, my guy. I think that's a good fight, but you just never know. Scooter, I mean, you can't never count him out because he always adjusts to anybody he fight. You know what I'm saying? Time you think, like, oh, I think this guy a little tough for him. He always figure it out. You know what I'm saying? He been that way. And as a matter of fact, he just sent me a text covered a few days ago and just checking in with me, but. He just that guy, and like I said, he's another one that's been blessed because I seen him get a lot of bad decisions coming up in the amateurs.
Yeah.
That I thought he should have won. A lot. I mean, because I used to work where he had a coach named Hamza. He used to, like when he go to the Nationals, I help him out in the corner with Scooter, and Scooter used to fight, and he always would lose like a championship or something, which it should have been a fight he should have won, and he was. So you knew he was going to be a world champion because when he lost the fight, he really cried. He was really upset, like really want to hurt something, and that's how bad he wanted it. So when you see guys like had that type of emotion, you know they gonna do something special in the boxing game. You know, because when I seen that, I seen him cry. I seen how upset, like he just wanted to like go choke the guy. You know, the guy be celebrating with the belt, and so he be like, man, looking crazy at him, like he knew he wanted to fight, but he was patient, and his time came. You know, like he another guy that they was through all these undefeated guys, throw him in with all these undefeated guys. He kept beating them, you know, and he got to where he at now. You know, he another one just like Tank, you know, that, you know, he grind, you know, he wanted it. And I just think, you know, when he got his opportunity, you know, he took it. Like everybody he got in front of, he beat him. And now, you know, they talking about Inoue, him and Inoue, that's gonna be a good one. I think that's gonna be a classic. But like I said, I you can never count Scoot out, because he always will pull something out the bag. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's gonna be a tough one. Inoue, like he's different. I seen him work. You know, like I said, he's human too. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I like to see the fight though. You know,
for sure. It's gonna be a great one. Like you said, it's gonna be a classic, instant classic. I got that one doing numbers.
Yeah.
We was talking about this one too, man. You got Spence and Thurman at 54.
Spence and Thurman.
Do you like that fight? And then, in your opinion, why are they fighting at 54?
I don't know. I guess they getting a little older too. So, you know, they probably like, we can go ahead and move up. You know, I mean, I thought it was Spence. I would have loved to see Spence and my man Crawford. You know, but I guess that fell out. Well, no, I don't think it. I think it's still a possibility they could still mix it up.
Right.
But with Thurman, I really, you know, when he didn't want to fight Spence the first time, I was kind of upset about that.
Right.
You know, when Spence was young and hungry and wanted a shot, and you know, Thurman didn't give him a shot. I was just
we was just talking about that.
I didn't, you know, I wasn't feeling Thurman on that. You know,
right.
Because, you know, so now, you know, Spence the big fish. You know. And I'm surprised Spence fighting him. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I don't even think he really wanted to give him a shot. But I guess it's, you know, it's business. So it's all good.
It's all good, indeed. Who else were we talking about earlier? Fights. Oh, Isaac Dogboe. Is he fighting? Robesi?
Yeah, Robesi Ramirez. Yeah. They fought. I think it's April 1st.
April 1st?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, speaking of him, Isaac was in the gym working before I got here.
Okay.
He was in the gym working. So, you know, he's getting ready for it.
Okay. I would love to have him on the show, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get in touch with him.
I'll talk to him.
Okay.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah. So how do you think he fares against Ramirez?
I think he got a good chance against Ramirez. He can't go in there making no mistakes, though.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Ramirez, he it's like he went from boxing to dogging, you know, like knockout artist, you know, trying to put people out. So, I just think, but I don't think he been hit by somebody. Isaac can punch, man. Like, he got power, like.
And he got crushing power, break you down.
Yeah, he got power. So that's good. It's gonna be a good one though, and it's for the title. So. It's good for Isaac, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, get back, because I did a couple of losses to Navarrete. That was tough, but like I said, we got him back, and he been on his grind, so he won like 3 or 4 straight, so he back now, and he, you know, about to fight for a title again, so that's a good look for him, and definitely gonna put work in for it.
Right.
So.
Were you working his corner when he fought Joet Gonzalez?
Yes.
Yeah.
The fight got tough for him.
It did, but he was able to come back in the end. He pulled it out down the stretch because the boys started outworking him. You know what I'm saying? But he, you know, Isaac dug down and came back in that last. I think it was kind of like even, because Isaac had the earlier positive fight. Then Joet start coming on.
Right.
Second half of the fight, I think down the stretch, Isaac took it down the stretch. But it was a good fight. It was close. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a close fight. It was a good fight. So.
What was y'all telling him in the corner later on that fight when things got tough for him?
Bird
was going in. Yeah, Bird just went in on him. Told him, man, you know, dug down, had to wake him up. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you'll start losing sight, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's not easy fighting 12 rounds against somebody that's tough, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the joker's still there. You hitting him with everything, and he keep coming hitting you. That's hard for fighters, man. You know,
it's a horror movie.
Yeah,
Nah, it's a horror movie.
For real, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know that's what I'm saying. It's important to have a corner to know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Know you inside and outside the ring. So Barry was able to dig down and pull it up out of him where he won down the stretch and pulled it off. So yeah.
Thank you for saying that, because I keep telling people that, like, y'all don't understand. It's like a hard. If you don't got the guy under control and he just keep coming, you throwing those, you spin him and he right back on. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's different, man. It's different. People just think you get in the corner and say, oh yeah, throw the jab, right hand, step over, brick hand hook. It's more than that, man. It's more than that. It's more. You gotta make adjustments and all type of stuff. And like you said, you gotta know your fighter, man. You gotta know how to pull it out of him when he losing it. You know what I'm saying? You can't panic in the corner. Because you panic in the corner, that's it.
What's one of the fights you had to dig deep, like where you had to do exactly what you just explained?
Oh, when I was fighting? Oh, it was a fight. It was the 95 U.S. Championship. It was the regionals, and I was fighting a guy from Philly. I forgot this guy's name, but he wasn't. I forgot his name. He was a cut up, slender. He was slender, Bill. I was super heavy. I was like 245. This guy might have been like 210, 215, and I remember when I was getting my hands wrapped, I seen him sitting between his girl legs. Like he had a nice bad little Puerto Rican girl, and he was sitting between her legs. I guess he had already been wrapped. I guess he was just waiting. And I was just saying to myself, I'm gonna crush this dude. You know what I'm saying? He over there chilling with his girl, this, that, and the third. So we come out in the first round. And I kind of rush him. I'm like, oh, I'm about to get on some bigger than him. You know, he 215, I'm 245. I'm bringing heat. Man, he stepped over. He hit me like with an up. And when he hit me with the up, I was going out like this here.
God.
Bang, he hit me again and woke me back up.
Yeah.
And then the referee came and counted. I'm going to show y'all one of these. If I can find that video, I'm going to show it to y'all. The referee gave me an 8 count. So I'm like, God. So I see him walk back to his corner. You know what I'm saying? He
look at his girl and some more stuff.
Yeah. He calm. He looking like, you know, I'm like, damn. So I'm like, get the 8 count. I come back out again. And I try to hit him with something. He sidestepped. Pow, hit me the right hand, left hook. My leg's gone again. He caught me again. This is 2 8 counts in the first round. So one more 8 count, they stopping the fight. So I'm like, I'm mad because I'm like, why this dude keep hurting me? Like, and I'm walking all to the corner, like shaking my head, like, damn, mad. So come back out. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna have to walk. I'm gonna have to smooth him or something. This joker keep hitting me. And, you know, I started walking down behind my jab. I started getting to his body, so the bell rang. I went back to the corner. Cunningham and Barry was in my corner. Barry was just like, listen. Nah, the Barry wasn't in my corner. He was outside. He was on the outside. I think he had just got up there. Cut was in my corner. But when I looked out there, Barry said, look, that's just 2 points. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I was like mad. So second round, I came out and started walking. I started walking him down. I started getting to his body. So when the shots he started hitting me with, it didn't have nothing on it no more. I was like, I got him now. Then I started walking. But it was one of the best fights because we was going like tit for tat. It was like back and forth. And he was like dead in the last round. You know, I didn't stop anything, but I won the fight. You know what I'm saying?
You had to close it out.
I broke him down. He was just pretty much on the defensive, just trying to, you know, survive and stuff like that. So I ended up winning the fight, but that's probably one of the toughest times I had to dig down and come back. That's a fight. You know what I'm saying?
You had that guy I think I was telling you about because you was comparing it to football and you was talking about sometimes you get hit with shots and you out, next shot won't wake you up. You like, oh, you try to pivot, get out, like, oh my God.
But you know, that just lets you know you love boxing.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Just like find a way to come back. But that probably was one of the highlight fights of my career that I had to dig down to come back.
What's the biggest difference that from them when you fought that you see now with the new generation of fighters? Like, because I know back then some of the brackets were different, a lot of different things. So what's the difference?
It's like now it's different because everybody get to travel to the nationals. When you had to fight to get there, when you had to fight. You had a local, you had your regional. Then, you know, when you win your regional, then you go to the national.
Yeah.
Now it's pretty much invitational, like everybody can come. And that's why you see a lot of people get knocked out and get hurt bad, because a lot of these people don't be experienced. You know, they just coming straight out to the national. You fighting dogs, you know, dudes that got 100 and something fights that been around for a while. So, you know, that's the difference now. Like back then, we you know, the U.S. Championship, like now everybody can fight in it. But it was only like elite men back in the days. Like everybody open. It was no novice, none of that, no kids, no none. It was just all open fighters, you know, that was able to travel. But now they just make it where everybody can come to the tournaments now. So
when I was a little kid watching, it was like back then you had to fight the baddest dude right there. You couldn't wait. You couldn't do nothing. And people don't understand, like what he just said about the nationals and everything. The difference is, and I say this all the time, when it's a show, a local show, whatever, you can sit there, put your book on the table and say, hey, my kid only got 7. I don't want him in there with nobody over 9. No. Or something like you could do that. When they go to tournaments, you might have 7. You could be in able to do with 80 fights, 100 fights, and it is what it is at that point.
Facts. So it's different, man. You know what I'm saying? Like now from when it was back then. So even with the JOs, you couldn't even. It was only, you had to be fit. It was only you was only 15 and 16 could fight in the Junior Olympic Nationals. See, now everybody, kids from 8 on up, can fight in it now. You know? So it's, you know, it's different. Like they just let everybody come on now. Because you had your silver gloves, that was for the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
kids,
I remember.
8 on up. But now, you know, they start making it like USA tournaments for, you know, everybody to come out. Then they didn't have, I think they just had started women's like in 95 or 96, something like that. And, no, 97. They had started with the women boxing. So. But it was, I don't think it was all weight classes like that, like they doing now. And little girls, like youth, it was like, I think it was all open women at the time when they first started. Because we had a girl named Kid Kaufman. She fought Ann Wolf back then. She actually won the Nationals twice in a row. She never even lost a fight, but she stopped doing it because, you know, women boxing wasn't big like that.
You fighting for $50 damn.
She actually beat Ann Wolf in the championship to win. I think the second year she won it. But you know, they ain't like now. It's women's boxing is big now. They got the little girls fighting from, you know, like ages 8 on up. So you know, a lot of things changed. And you know, when we was fighting back then in the amateurs.
It was difficult just to get out of the States.
Yeah, no, it was.
Back then, the Mayor's Cup was killer. All them joints was killer back then.
Yeah, you know, like my opponents, my toughest, it always was tough to fight somebody from Philly, man. I always had a tough time fighting anybody from Philly when I fought in the regionals. It was always tough fighting one of them. So I remember that. But they ain't, like I said, you ain't gotta do that no more. You can go straight to the nationals now. So
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys got Derek Scooter making his pro debut.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
What can we expect from Scooter, man?
Fireworks, man. Fireworks from Scooter, man. He been working so hard, you know. So
and he's pissed off.
Yeah. He still
off.
is mad about them tournaments. But I told him, man, I mean, you know, that's, you know, whatever happened, that's God's plan. You know what I'm saying? You can't change the decision or anything that happened. It was just things happen for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And the fights, you know, you came up short on, man. You know, like I said, you put work in, but nevertheless, your journey is something different. So you got to put that behind you. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he be upset about that because, you know what I'm saying, he feel like he worked hard and he didn't get the decision he should have got, you know, but nevertheless, I don't even be with saying, oh, he got robbed or anything like that. I mean, it happens. I mean, I was like that at first, you know, beginning as a coach, because I ain't understand, you know what I'm saying? Now it really don't bother me, man. But it, you know, unless it's something big, you know what I'm saying? The big stage, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I think all this stuff is just a learning lesson. All this, I mean, because when you turn pro and you become 20-0 or 20, you ain't gonna remember no silver glove championship you got robbed. Or at home in the regionals, you got robbed or whatever. You're not even going to remember none of that stuff, man. You're going to be an undefeated fighter fighting on TV, Showtime or whatever. Yeah. You know, all that stuff going to be behind you. Exactly. So you got to look at all that as just learning.
Right.
You know? But School is definitely gonna be a great pro, man, because he always had that pro style since he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, and that a lot of times that stop you from getting a lot of decisions because you getting hit with a whole lot of pity pats. And he like his punches to count. You know what I'm saying? He gonna hit you with something he wanted to count. It gotta be the perfect shot. You know what I'm saying? And you can take your time. You can't take your time in the amateurs, man. Amateurs like a sprint, like a race.
Right.
Like when you in the pros, that's a marathon. You know what I'm saying? You take your time, you know what I'm saying, and pick it up down the stretch.
And then
that's how Scooter. That's how Scooter is. That's why he call him the Shock, man, because like I said, he'll start off slow, but later on,
closer.
He
inches his foot.
He gets you in deep waters, and he gonna get you. That's how he do. Like that's his thing. That's why because he take his time. He don't come out. He can't be the type of fighter to jump out. Just rush throw a lot of punches and stuff like that. He take his time. He like to throw the perfect shot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So you can't do that in the amateurs. You just gotta let your hands go in the amateurs. Like anything. Like man, haymakers, uppercuts. Just let your hands fly. That's what they want to see. So they feel like you outwork it. Somebody, when you're doing that, they don't want you taking your time and ripping to the body because a lot of times they don't count the body shots like in the amateurs like that. So,
and he loves sitting on his body shots.
That's what I'm saying. So, I think the pros is good for him. Like I think it always been his calling. Because I used to mess with them when they were like 15. I'd be like, man, the hell with this amateur, man. We going to Mexico. I was joking with them, but they just, he always had that style. He always had that pro style. I always told his dad, like, that's gonna be his calling. So I'm glad, he got this show coming up, man. It's gonna be off the chain, man. It's gonna be lit out there, man. I'm telling you, I said, man, I hope everybody can fit in the building because it might be packed.
He gonna bring everybody out.
They might have the firefighters might have to come clear some people about it.
For real, man.
It's gonna be nice though.
How about she? Is she turning anytime soon?
I think he soon he'll be turning. Right now it's in the works.
Yeah.
He's still talking and stuff like that. But you'll probably see him doing something sometime this year.
Okay, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. My guy Jeff, you know Jeff, right?
Jeff?
Police officer, be headbangers all the time.
Oh yeah, that's my man.
Jeff's like my cousin no more. He been around me since I was a little kid. I used to go to Concord, watch him play football. He best friends with my cousin, man. He was like, man, Bug, man. He said, Bug, get down on that grill, man.
Oh yeah,
invite us over there, man. So you a grill master?
Yeah. I'll do a little something, man. When I get, because they done been over my house a few times for cookouts we done had. We had the annual Memorial Day cookouts.
Okay.
And I normally invite everybody over. They come through the gym. And, like I said, Jeff and his partner Dre, they normally come through. Yeah, but they Jeff good man. Jeff always come through. Jeff been around. He been around a lot of kids in boxing too since they were young. So yeah, he good dude, man.
Yeah,
come and support the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, he told me, he said, man, you got Bug on the show. He said, make sure you tell Bug, man, that's my guy. He a good guy.
Oh yeah, and, I appreciate it.
Every time I see him, he talk about the cookout, man, getting on that grill.
Yeah. Jeff cool, man. Jeff come in the gym, watch Spawn and all that stuff, man. He just, he'll come through, just come through out of the blue. He cool. Jeff cool. Jeff family with us.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, you a Lions fan?
Yeah, I'm a diehard. I've been a Lions fan since I was 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can't get over the hump, but I think we're gonna do something. I think we're gonna do something next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who you got going to Super Bowl this year?
I think for the AFC, Kansas City.
Kansas.
I think they're gonna do it. And for the NFC. Man, it's hard, man. It's hard, but I think San Fran right now they looking like they can do something.
Think San Fran to get there?
Yeah, I think but it's crazy, man. I hate the Dallas Cowboys, but I've been rooting for these dudes, man.
Oh yeah.
Yes, man. I found myself. I don't know why. I just found myself rooting for these guys to win, man. And I don't like the Cowboys. It's hard, man. I'm sorry. Man, I'm just being honest, man.
Right.
Like, I found myself rooting for these dudes, man, and they crushed, Tom Brady in the, the last game. And I was I don't know why. I was talking to Burr. I said, damn, I don't know why I find myself rooting for these dudes, man. But I don't know. I'm going with them with San Fran. And I'm just like, I know San Fran probably crush them, but I think Dallas, I don't know, man. It's weird,
You
man.
think they might be the year this year, maybe?
It's just weird.
They always find something to mess up.
Right. I guess we'll see. Because they messed it up last time with the clock or something, right?
Yep.
They let the clock run out.
Yeah. And then time for that, I think it was Dez Bryant from Green Bay with the fumble on the goal line.
They cheated him on that one.
Right.
Yeah, they cheated him on that one.
Romo fumbled the hold.
Yep. Yeah. It's the Seahawks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't, like I said, it's crazy. I don't know what making it's like I'm going for these dudes. Like, I don't know.
Find yourself like, damn, I'm rooting for the enemy right now.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, I don't know why. I'm not, normally I'd be like, man, I hope they get blew out.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I'm like, man, they doing their thing, like, okay, I'm like, damn, it's weird though. I don't know. It's weird, but I'm just waiting for the next season to get back on, my team to get back on. I think we're gonna be in the playoffs next year.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So being from DC, folks, if I ask you why you're not I almost said Redskins, Commanders fan.
No, I like the Commanders though. Like if they not playing against, I'm with them whenever they playing against anybody else. But my team, when they playing against Detroit, then I'm against them. But I'm with the Commanders, whoever they, even when they played Dallas, I was rooting for them the whole time. Both times. But I'm just saying, I'm rooting for Dallas in the playoffs. I don't know why. That's what I'm saying. I'm just rooting for them in the playoffs. I don't know why. It's weird though, man. It's weird. And I'm rooting for the Jaguars. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's my guy, Trevor
Lawrence.
I'm
sitting there going, man, rooting for them because I'm like, I just knew I had a feeling they was gonna come back on the Chargers, man. I just had a feeling.
Oh, for real?
Man. Yeah, I had a feeling they was gonna come back.
Well, it was 27-0, right?
Yeah, they was blowing them out, but it was because he threw them interceptions and all that. He was just making a lot of mistakes. But once he got it together, it was a wrap. And they defense just started shutting the Chargers down, man.
Right.
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But yeah.
I got one more question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Going through tough things in life, sometimes you may go through tough things. You may feel like you have lost your purpose and getting back. So if you could give advice to somebody that's maybe going through a tough spot and feel like they've lost their purpose, how do they get back to getting focused, to getting where they're supposed to be, especially fighters?
I mean, yeah, just all I can say is it's hard, man. Just like I said, just be around some good people you can vent to, and that can, like I said, can give you good advice and just keep grinding. Cause I know it's hard, man. It'd be hard for a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying? And with guys like that around me, all I can do is try to support them, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And just try to keep talk to them and just hopefully they can find their way back. Cause a lot of them don't, you know what I'm saying? But just keep grinding. Just keep doing what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can tell you,
Indeed.
I can't. It's really hard to tell somebody to keep doing something when they going through something with that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just say just know God just doing things for a reason, man. You know what I'm saying? And you just going through, tough times don't last forever. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're doing the right thing, man, everything will work out for you. I mean, we all go through things in life. And, I just think that's what life is about. To go through things. Everything not gonna always be like you want it to be. So you just gotta just go over your bumps in the road. It'll smooth back out.
Right.
That's the way I look at it, man. I mean, you just can't lose sight and say, oh man, I can't do this. And you just gotta keep going, man. It'd be hard, but it's definitely be hard, but you just gotta keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? Just keep pushing through it and things will work out. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Anything?
So now, I've watched you, come up all the time. It's good to see how good you done in and out of the ring. But you're always a legend to me, man. Always, every time I always know when I hear goddamn who it is.
Yeah, that's that, man. I've been doing that forever, man. Since the kids, and it's crazy because when Anthony and Lamont, when they were kids, they were like maybe teenagers, and I used to yell that in there, man. They used to be banging, man. Like, you know, as they got older, when they sparred, it was bored. Like, they just work on, you know, skills and touching and stuff. But, you know, when I hollered at, like, a lot of times, man, I make a lot of guys be banging like crazy because they'll feel like, oh, he getting on me. Hold up. Oh, goddamn, hold up. And, you know, and they gone in, they gone in, you know. I mean, I don't do it all the time. Sometimes you had them days in the gym where it get heated. And you gotta start hyping it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's cool. You don't do it every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It just be like one of them days. You know what I'm saying? And where it get heated, and they just get to mixing it up, man. And it's just, man, you can't. Hey, money, you can't. You gotta pay to see stuff like that when them gym wars in there, man. When them gym wars, you had one of those days where two guys is getting at each other. I done seen Pat. I done seen all of them go at it, man. Like Scooter, Max, and oh man, hey, it'd be crazy. Like legendary scraps up in the gym, you know. But that old goddamn been a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So
add some fuel to the fire.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all. But it's all good though. It's just, like I said, I love it, man. It's fun, you know. Yeah.
Because people don't understand. A lot of these guys is now pro that y'all going to these local shows or watching them on TV, web. We watch them all spar and fight each other, whether it be at Rosecroft or JC's.
Yeah.
And you be like, God, these kids should be getting paid for this.
Yeah,
like,
nah, for real.
God almighty.
You seen some wars, man. You definitely seen some good scraps, man, like classic scraps. So
Quick, Short Dog, Pat, Max, the Antonio Russell, Tweezy Russell. Oh my God, it just keeps going, just more and more people, just nonstop. Then they spar again 2 weeks later. They spar 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
You got a question for you, Boog, in the chat. Anthony Vaughn, he said, how many pro fighters are at Headbangers Gym right now?
Probably tap. Probably got about 7 or 8.
7 or 8?
Yeah.
Okay. And y'all got the guy from Australia, right, about to fight Navarrete?
Yeah. Liam Wilson. Yeah.
How's he looking?
He looking good, looking sharp. He looking sharp.
Okay.
You know, he's in Paris right now. He had to do something with his visa, but he's been in the gym looking sharp. He can crack too, man.
Oh, yeah.
He got some power, Yeah, so, you know, he's looking good, getting ready, you know.
Can you give a little bit of, you know, what's the plan against Navarrete to go against that monster, that guy that's coming forward?
Man, you just got to be smart in there, man. That's all I can tell you right now because Navarrete is different, man.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like I said, Lamb been working. You know, he been, you know, we've been working on things, helping him work on things. You know, good sparring partners, sending guys at him. You know, to kind of mimic Navarrete. But he's been working good. I mean, and he only got like 13 fights, I think 12 or 13 fights, but he's good though. He's definitely, you know, he got the goods. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
And that's a good opportunity. I mean, everybody don't get no title shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people have been boxing their whole career and never get a title shot. But, you know, you fight for a world title with 13, 12 fights. I mean, that says a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? You know, at lightweight. So, cool.
And, you know, back in when you was fighting, my dad was fighting, stuff like that, I always heard this old saying. I don't hear it too much anymore, but back in the day, you heard Ray Boom Boom Mancini say his father, like, man, you take that when he fought Alexis Arguello. He said, well, shall I take it that? He said, yeah, you might not ever get that call again. Take
that's
it.
True.
You know, you don't see that too much anymore. I guess there's so much chances of you getting it back or whatever. But back then, it was like, nah, man, you don't know when you going to ever get that call again.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta, you know, like I said, that's why you got to stay working. You know, you got to stay ready so you ain't got to get ready, man, when you get that call.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to come, too.
Nah, for real.
You never know when you get that call. Next thing you know, hey, you want to be here in 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. How'd you feel about Damon had a tough fight against Boo Boo, man? Did you watch the fight?
I seen a little bit of it. I didn't. I think because I got home. I think when I got home, somebody had it on in the house, and I seen a little bit of it. I seen they show like clips, but I mean, somebody was saying DeMond was trying to work. You know what I'm saying? I just seen like they were showing the highlights. You know, like looked like supposed to been some knockdowns and stuff like that. But like I said, DeMond been around, and you know, he had a good run at it. You know what I'm saying? Like that was good for him. You know, it's a good look for him. You know, he came up short, but you know, he still, like I said, you know, he still got a chance to do something. Like you just never know what can happen. You know, like. I guess he went out there and tried to. I didn't, like I said, I didn't see the fight. I didn't see it from
right.
Really, you know. But you know, it was a good look for him.
I was happy he was with everything. You know, it's an just everything he's gone through just to get to that point. I was happy as hell for him to get that opportunity. That's what I'm saying. Happy so, you know, as hell.
You know, remember DeMond being a little chubby kid fighting in the silver glove. You know what I'm saying? So he been around it. You know, he had a good pro career. You know, so it's all good. You know, ain't nothing to feel bad for. Boo Boo a good fighter.
Hell of a fighter, man.
So,
remember in the amateurs, he was having trouble getting fights sometimes in the amateurs. People don't understand that. Like he was having trouble. Then he became a world champion in the amateurs.
Yeah. DeMond, he honestly, man, his jab was beautiful that fight. He hurt Boo Boo with a jab. Like, man,
every time, he would catch it in between, boom, jar. And it was really, I wished he would have did it more.
Yeah. You know how it be sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Get in there, man, and your mind just wanders sometimes.
Yeah.
You know
it's different under them lights, man. People don't understand that.
Nah, for real.
Now, like, back in the day, you always say, man, I hope this kid don't be a gym fighter.
Yeah.
Because you got guys that back in the day, they were great fighters, but in the lights, like, they'll be a different fighter sometimes. You know, man, it's different in the lights, man.
Different, man. You got to perform. You know it's real. When you go up you see them bright lights, you see them commentators sitting around the ring, you like,
see the sponsorships and all that. You lose my dad told me this, he said, man, you could lose 2-3 rounds worth of energy just from the ring walk.
Yeah, for real. That's true, man. It's mental.
We got Mike Fox in the chat. He said, Boog talking about gym wars. Ask him how heated Adrian Broner and Hank Lundy used to be. Since they fighting now, fussing, cussing, and busting leather.
Oh yeah, I hope they. That was. I mean, they had some good matches too, man. Spawn, Hank Lundy and AB, they got work in, but like I said, they talk trash to each other so much during the Spawn session. They talking trash, throwing punches, and everything else, man. So I mean, I don't know how it's gonna be in this fight.
Yeah,
about the same.
Yeah.
About the same.
I don't think the ref don't let you do talking in it when you fighting.
You know, they're gonna tell after a couple times they're gonna say stop.
Stop.
You know,
man, they used to talk so much trash to each other, Spawn. But I mean, it was fun though. He was helping Adrian. Now he helped him. He definitely, when he was sparring him at our gym, he definitely got him ready for the fights that he had coming up when he was training with us. So so it should be a good one, man. I'm just happy that they both get an opportunity to at least shine on TV. Get them some bread. You know what I'm saying? So. It's cool. I mean, I'm going to support it. I'm going to check it out.
Man, because I remember, this is how far back I remember when he started doing the missing train. Like, it was you, Barry, Ty, Anthony, Lamont, and y'all were fighting. And they were fighting anyway.
Yeah. We used to travel to, we used to go down Mississippi. And there was some guys, prize fight. And they started a lot of guys, Charlos. They started a lot of fighters out that went with Al, Sean Porter, a few of them. But we used to go down there and, man, these guys would fight maybe 2 or 3 times in 1 month because they used to have, they used to always have opponents, like tough little opponents. And they had a nice little venue down there. They fought at the casinos down there. And they was good. They was good to help build your record up and stuff. They did a lot for a lot of good fighters that, like I said, I seen one of the Charlos. I think we was actually riding together. I don't know which one it was. They was having a pro debut down there. And Ronnie Shields was with them from the beginning. Yep. I don't know if he had both of them at the time. I know he had one of them, but one of them was riding with us. We got from the airport ride to the venue or whatever to the casino. So that was good. And that's when Ty, everybody got their start down there,
Yep.
Ty built his record and Lamont, they built their record down there. I think they might have been like 20-0 down there. Like I think Ty might have been like 16-0, but they was doing their thing. I mean, they all got ranked and all that, so it was a good look.
What was the biggest difference that you saw, like that people don't see in the pro game that looks, you see the glistening glamour, you see the television, you see the cameras, the lights, all of this stuff. What is the things that when you was around, like, even up to now that people don't see?
People don't see the mental part of it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff the fighters go through leading up to, to the big events, and what you see on TV and stuff like it. Fighters go through a lot. They go through a lot, like making weight and just being irritated and just, it's a lot they go through. You know what I'm saying? That we had to deal with fighters getting ready for them bright lights. And hell, you go through stuff yourself, like when Lamont fought Khan for the title. That might have been one of the biggest moments of my boxing career, coaching and boxing, whatever. Because it was crazy, because I don't think nobody gave Lamont a chance to win that fight.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
He dug down, he took it, man. Like he dogged. I mean, I was like, damn, he gonna win this joint, man. I just felt like that, you know. And but I knew it was tough starting off, but when they announced him the winner, man,
I saw that weight on all of y'all.
Yeah, because I took Lamont to the gym when he was like 9 or 10 years old, because that's my brother-in-law, that's my wife, Lou, that's my wife, younger brothers. So, and I always knew that Lamont could fight, and I just knew he had to be in somebody's gym, because he was just a natural little guy with the boxing. And this Anthony was just, he would just do everything Lamont do. That's why he probably started boxing, because at that time Barry had started picking Lamont up. Ant just kind of like tagged along, and whatever Lamont was doing, Ant would do it. You know what I'm saying? That's like even when Lamont made the Olympic trial, Ant said, shit, I gotta make the Olympic trial. You know what I'm saying? Like he would do everything his brother would do. But just looking at Lamont, I was just like, me taking him to the gym when he was that young, and just, you a world champion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been with my wife like 32 years. That's like most of their life. Like when I met my wife, Lamont might have been like 7. You know what I'm saying? So just to see him win that world title, I was just like, I was so happy. You know what I'm saying?
You've seen everything from then come to fruition.
And it's all rushing through your head up to that boy.
Yeah, man, it
That's
was
incredible.
crazy. It was crazy just to see that, man. I was so happy. You know what I'm saying? And I, like I said, I always had regrets because I didn't turn pro, and I had like almost 100 amateur fights, and I should have, and I thought I would have been. I think I would have been a good pro, but I never really, gave myself a chance to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when Barry seen I wasn't doing the boxing thing, that's why he asked me to come help him out with the kids. I was like, all right. And I fell in love with coaching. Like, I think I'm in love with coaching more so than I was when I was boxing. And I boxed for maybe like 12, 13 years. But I've been coaching for like 22 years now. So,
okay. There's a question in the chat about that. Michael Love, he said, if you could go back, would you have been a coach still or been a fighter? And what would you change?
Oh, man, I'd change a whole lot. Like what I know now, if I knew what I know now back then, I'd definitely be a world champion. Like, but saying, because I like back then, I don't think I knew the importance of boxing, the real importance, like distractions and stuff like that. Like little things that can be, little things that you don't think is a distraction is a distraction. You know what I'm saying? See, stuff like that I would know, and I would know what I needed to do. But nevertheless, it was God's plan for me to be a coach, to be sitting here talking to you guys today about what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I was cool with that, but I was just like, to see Lamont doing this thing, to even see my son turn pro to do his thing. Like Pat had like almost 100 amateur fights, and he, at least he transitioned over to the pros, which I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that, I'm happy with that. Even if he ain't fighting no more today, I'm cool with that, because he he's been fighting since he was 9. You know what I'm saying? I did it. I did, I didn't travel to nationals and did this and did that. And I still, I should have turned pro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fought, like me and Hakeem Rockman, we fought before in the amateurs.
I know.
So when I seen
you and
him.
Tony too, right?
Yeah, I fought Big Tony Thompson. We fought twice. So when I seen Rockman, he had won the title from Lennox Lewis. And I seen him at the convention center at an amateur fight. I think it was the little hobo show they used to have.
Platinum gloves.
Yeah, platinum gloves.
Gloves.
I seen down there. When I seen him, he was champion. He's world champion. And he was like, man, he seen me. He was like, man, what's up, man? He said, you ever turn pro? And I was like, I told him, nah, man. He was like, he was mad. He was like, man, I can't believe you ain't turned pro, man. God damn, and I was like, damn, I feel bad. I was like, shit, and I wasn't even really into it no more at the time. So
Heart wasn't in it yet.
Yeah, I was just like, damn. And I remember that, man. I was like, that's why I was just like, when I get into when I got into coaching, I was like, man, I got to make sure that I'm doing everything, and I don't want nobody to be like me to have talent and just let the talent go to waste. You know what I'm saying? At least give yourself a chance. And, if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. But don't just count yourself out. Just like, oh, man, forget all that. You know what I'm saying? Then you let time pass you by. And, and I because I see a lot of kids
That's my
like
dad
that.
said.
Yeah, I see a lot of kids with talent, man, that can really do it, but they play with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you just don't know what you got. Then later on in life, when it's gone, when you done got older and you can't do it no more, you're going to be trying to tell other kids, I used to be this. I used to be a beast. Man, they ain't trying to hear
kids
none
don't
of that.
want to hear that.
Yeah, they don't want to hear none of that. So just, stay on your grind, man. That's why I'm proud of guys like Tank and all these guys, man. They got into it and they went all the way with it. You know what I'm saying? They love what they do and they got rewards for it. You know what I'm saying? For the grind. So that's what it's all about.
Hakeem Rockman would have told you, man, I need you to come to camp. If you was pro, he would have been like, I need you in my camp right now.
I definitely, man. He told me that. He was like, man, I can't believe you ain't turned pro. Like, I was just like, man, damn. He was just like he was upset with that. Like, and I was like, damn, I feel bad. I'm like, this man, world champion, man, and he on. You know what I'm saying? Even after he lost the belt, he still was fighting. They still was in the position to fight some top heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? He got once you won that title, you had that name. So he was able to make good money and all that.
Six figures and up.
Yeah. So I was just like, well, that wasn't my calling. Now I see that now. Like back then though, that was rough, man. You know what I'm saying?
How did you get through it? Like, up until that time before the call to coach?
Well, just coaching, like still being around it. Being around boxing, and I just like I said, then my son started doing it. You know what I'm saying? And not only if I'm working with my son, I'm working with a whole lot of other kids. Like my son, like the Quicks, the Remos, and all these little jokers that I was working with. That I'm sitting in the chair working the midst with. You know what I'm saying? And and to see them doing their thing, they coming up doing their thing. I was happy with that. I know I was a part of it.
That process.
Yeah, exactly. Getting to where they got to. So that was good for me, and that's when I started loving coaching, man. Like you work with a kid who ain't know nothing. Now that you see him winning nationals and stuff like that, man, that's great. That's art. You know what I'm saying? That's an art, man. And like, damn, okay.
Right. It's like a party you're gonna live on forever.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, there you go. So
it's fulfilling,
So coaching, man, I'm good. I'm doing my mid thing, and I'm working with kids and
in movies, man.
That's
my
crazy.
goodness.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's big time, man.
So boxing, it took me a lot of places, man. So
just 2 laces, 2 mitts. That's it.
Yeah.
2 gloves, 2 mitts.
Yeah. Yeah. Working out and just taking the time out working with kids. You know what I'm saying? Being patient and just making the kids feel like they're a part of something. Because you work with kids, a lot of them not gonna be world champions. A lot of them really not gonna do a lot in boxing, but you still make them feel a part of something. You know what I'm saying?
Building their character.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And so, you know what I'm saying? They don't go out here, hurt nobody. They still be, go out here and be productive in life. And they always remember, you know what I'm saying? You took the time and work out. Kids never forget anything, man. So when they get older,
you forget. And you be like, man, what?
Yeah. Because it have been kids like, like they grown men now. Like
paying
like
bills.
there's a guy, he bring his daughter to the gym, and he was like, you don't remember me? I was like, nah. He was just like, man, you used to take me home and drop me off and everything, man. Because back then I had like a truck bird gave me like an Explorer, and I used to pick the kids up and drop them off and all that, like along with my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My daughter, my 2 sons and my daughter, with a whole, just dropping kids off. And he remember that. You know what I'm saying? He think he had went to jail for a little bit, but he came home, so now he bring his daughter to the gym, but. He was telling me that. I was like, damn. I said, you right, because he told me where I should drop him off at. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Impact lasts forever.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I said, man, when you do it from your heart, you always gonna get blessed. I don't care. You can act like you're not doing it from the heart, but I mean, you can act like you're doing it from the heart, but you're not. God know your heart, man.
Exactly.
You're always gonna get blessed for what you're doing from your heart, man.
Exactly.
And like, man, always like. You think you say, damn, why this dude leave the gym? Or you heard about it. And I've been heard about a few kids that left the gym.
Yeah.
Because I didn't grind with a lot of them from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So it hurt when they leave. You can't act like you cool with that. That's the hardest part about coaching. Like, you raise a kid and they leave and go, you be hurt, man. Like, that's hard in coaching. You know what I'm saying? You go through it, you know what I'm saying? But you just gotta keep going. Like I said, if your heart is good, God gonna always make sure you straight, man. He gonna make sure you good.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry about it. Just go through what you gotta go through. We'll make sure you good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it always happens. I'm always getting blessed. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm never saying, it ain't never about money. Like I'm trying to charge you this and charge you that. You know what I'm saying? Like I got people in my DMs hitting me, want to do mid-sessions. Man, how much you'll charge me just to do this to do that? I work with fighters. You know what I'm saying? If I had the time to do that, I would do it. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't.
Yeah, because you're in 8-week camp after 8-week camp after 8-week camp.
Pretty much. I'm always doing something. But, they call me for, like when Michael B. Jordan called me to do the you gotta go, man. You gotta take
that's
that.
a huge.
Yeah, you gotta take that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta. I actually got a call from Kevin Hart.
Okay.
But I couldn't go with him because Lamont was in camp at the time for the Lipinese fight. So we was working with Lamont for that fight, and we was deep in camp. And so I couldn't. So he wanted me to come up to Atlanta. He was working on the movie Jumanji. And he wanted me to come up there and work with him for like a week or so. And I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I told him I can do it right after March. It was when after Lamont fought at the MGM.
Yeah.
I said right after that, man, I come up there. And he was cool with it, but Kevin Hart is Kevin Hart. If he can't do it, man, get so-and-so in here, Right. So he ended up working with, it was another guy up Atlanta. He was working with another coach up there, but I was like, damn, I missed that opportunity, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good.
I'm always, I'm going to get another one.
Of course.
Sure enough. Mike called me back for Creed 3, so.
That's incredible,
boom.
Man.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, man.
I got a question for you. A lot of parents, they say, man, I want to get my kid into boxing, but I'm scared they're going to get hurt. I don't want them to get knocked out. Like, they're scared to get their kids into the boxing gym, but you work with a lot of kids. What would you tell a parent that's scared to get their kid involved in boxing?
Well, first of all, if you coming, what are you coming to what do you want to get them in boxing for? You know what I'm saying? First of all, because we got a boxing program and we compete.
Right.
We don't do self-defense classes and stuff like that. They got, some people like, I want to get my son this because he need to learn how to fight. We don't do that in there. He's going to learn, even if he's competing, he's going to learn anyway. But they say, no, I don't want him competing or anything. I just want him to learn how to defend himself. I said, we don't do that in here. You know what I'm saying? This is a boxing program. It's a boxing team.
Yeah.
And if he's going to join, he's going to be competing.
Yeah, and that's when you do that, that takes away from the other kids that need you to get ready for this tournament.
That's true.
I've seen that with my father. Like, you got to try to do this for this kid, but you take away from that kid.
Yeah, but like I said, if it's, if it's some kids that we had that didn't want to do it, that come in and you just like, all right, well, just try it for a week and just, they'll come in and exercise with all the other kids and they get into it. They be like, nah, I think I want to do this, Yeah, you done had kids like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but if I don't want no parent coming in there telling us, the coaches, like, no, he needs to learn how to fight. I don't want him competing. I want him to learn how to. I'm like, we not doing that because it's a boxing program. It's our boxing team. And if we got a program, we just go, hands on with people like adults and seniors and stuff like that. Then we'll do that. But for right now, we training to compete in here, not to come in here, you know what I'm saying, and do this and just. Because like I said, a lot of people you really be babysitting. A lot of people just drop their kids off. And that's cool with me, though, because I would really prefer for the parents to leave and go and have the kids, because, I mean, that's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it be crazy, parents in the gym, because if the kids spawn, they yelling out.
Yes, and they all swear. Oh, my God.
So it's it's crazy. It's crazy. But like I said, I just think all that go with coaching. When I got into coaching, I just thought that when you taught the kid how to, I didn't even have patience. You know what I'm saying? Like the kid coming in and they trying, you like the kids that come in there that you show them something, they got it. But if you come in there and you got to work with a kid, you like, man, it's just, I can't, but once Barry pulled me to the side, and told me, like, listen, man, you got to be patient with these. You're going to just what you're going to do. If you're going to be a coach, you got to be patient. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit down and you got to show these kids, because all the kids not going to be the same. Some going to be hard to teach, and they not coordinated, and you got to work with them. You know what I'm saying? So once I did that, like I said, that really make you love coaching, because when you take that kid to come in and don't know how to throw punches, and now they throwing proper punches, they spawn, they looking good, they winning nationals, winning fights. You like, damn, yeah, look, man, you remember when they came from the beginning, and look at them now. So yeah, that's so now me knowing that, because I mean, like I said, coming into coaching, you don't realize you got to deal with this, you got to deal with that, you got to deal with when the kid winning, everything is good. When they lose, the parent point right at you. They be like this, see, he needs some more conditioning. He needs more of this.
They're telling you what he needs.
Yeah, he needs more of this. And that's hard. You know what I'm saying? You like, oh my goodness. Like, it can be stressful. But, nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? Everything had they ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? Anything you do in life anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at it.
Right.
And like I said, they help you be a better coach too. So it's all good.
Yeah. And the other part of that is some parents on the flip side, they'll say, well, my child wants to box, I'm scared he's going to get hurt.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see. So, with that,
it's like do you guys ease a kid like that in?
Yeah,
to kind of get him used to it? So he's not going there and getting knocked out his first day in the gym.
Nah, he's not. He's got to, like I said, he got to learn boxing anyway. Before you even get in there trying to get hit or anything, you got to learn all the bases of boxing. You got to learn how to slip and throw your jab, throw your 1-2s and stuff like that. Unless you just got two kids that's just both green and they both learning, and you'll put them with each other just to work on their jabs and stuff like that. But I mean, kid ain't gonna get knocked out. Ain't no kid gonna get knocked out. We ain't bring them in here and let them get knocked out. Yeah. First of all, you don't want to kill a kid confidence anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
Yeah, it's I guess people just had that. People don't know boxing. They just
Right.
That's like my mother. I told her I was boxing. She was like, "Who hitting you upside your head?"
That's what she said.
Yeah, my mother was older. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother, when I started boxing, I think my mother had me when she was like 40 something. You know what I'm saying? So when I was like 16, 17, she was a little older. So I came home, told her I boxed. She told me, "Who hitting you upside your head?" You know what I'm saying? I'm just, my mother, she, ain't like she came to none of my fights or anything. She just was always home. But when I go tell her about what I'm doing and stuff, she just, just trip. She, that's all she knew. She ain't asked me about anything or anything. She was like, "Who punched you upside your head?" That's all she would say. But it's all good.
Yeah, that's the biggest question I wanted to ask you, because I wanted them to hear from an actual coach that's successful in the game, that you can bring your kid to a gym and he'll be okay.
Yeah, he'll love it. You know what I'm saying? Some kids be kind of leery when they come in, but once like even our program, we got a lot of little kids in there, like a lot of kids And so, you know, once they see all the other kids doing what they doing, then they kind of ease in. And next thing you know, they in there. Hell, they don't be want to go home half of the time. You know what I'm saying? Mother
That's
come
what Sugar
get them.
She was saying.
Yeah, they don't even want to go home. They want to just stay in there. And the mom like, come on, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's cool. It's you know, I get it though. You know, like how the parents feel, whatever. Because some parents feel like, man, your face ain't made to be punched. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I move my head, mama.
Yeah. That's you know, that's how they feel too. So yeah.
You got Michael Love in the chat. He said, tell Boog I need some of that mitt work for the gloves. He said, #chop. He said, nah, my time there at Headbangers was great. Boog, cool as fuck.
Okay, Chop, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Shout out Chop, man.
Chop. Oh yeah. Chop a dog, man. That's my man, Chop.
Yeah.
Chop, hey, he had a fight with the guy. It's a guy that they was fighting at the Copacabana or something like that.
Yeah, the thump yard jump.
Man.
Yeah, he heard him.
Man, they was scrapped. They be scrapped. They be having some, they had some legendary fights, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Chop might fall short on the joint, but he be scrapping. He be hurting that guy. They be going at it, man. Like, they be having some entertaining fights, man. Them jokers be getting at it, man. Like, I was like, yeah, but you know, nah, Chop, good dude.
I'm so happy for him after that fight too, man. He
Yeah.
fought good.
Yeah.
Just don't run after a guy after you hurt him. A man is most dangerous when he hurt.
Yeah, he
Do
just
not run after a guy again.
You know, you get excited.
Oh yeah,
man.
he's like, man, I gotta get this dude out of here.
Yeah. You get excited, man. And,
Shoot.
you know, nah, it's cool though. Sweet Chop, baby.
Yeah, man. So, anything you like to say or any shout outs you like to give before we let you get out of here today?
Hey, this shout out to the team, to Headbangers, to all the young fellas, everybody in the gym. I just want to give them a shout out. And just a shout out to all the fighters in the DMV. You know, just that's where I'm at.
For sure, man. I like to say it's been an honor, it's been a blessing to have you on the show. We learned a lot from you today. And,
my pleasure, man.
Love to have you back on here again, man.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you.
anytime, bro.
And you know, I want to say this. You know, you watch this as a little boy and to see, man, it was an honor, and to know the wars you've been in the ring, like sparring and the tournaments, and to see how good you move around, how good you talk, man.
Oh, man, appreciate it.
Yeah,
man.
Legendary, man. It's an honor.
I still feel off, though,
Nah, you got it, man.
Yeah, right.
Man, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining into the chat and watching this episode. If you guys like what you saw, you got some catches and Slip and Count on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. This is Boog, Big Boog, the legendary trainer.
Yes,
you guys can check him out
indeed.
on the new Creed coming up, Creed 3. My name is BINK. I'm your host, Junior Boy. Be back with you guys on Friday next week.